Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Weekly Planet where we talk movies and comics and TV shows. Yeah, sorry, you were going to say something?
I was going to interrupt.
My name is James. What were you going to say? My name is James, also known as Mr. Sunday, and with me, as always, is the ever-interrupting, but then not wanting to say anything, Nick Mason. He'll kill the flow of something, but then he won't contribute,
Correct.
Which is interesting. It's interesting.
It is. It's not as much fun when I can't interrupt. You left a space for me to... You thought I was going to interrupt, so you left a space.
You put your hands up like you got to say something.
Yeah, but I forgot what it was now.
I think you put your hands up thinking that something would happen.
I remembered you were saying welcome, and I was going to go, welcome, in a really dramatic way.
Do you want to do it now?
No, we can dub it in.
No, we won't.
Somebody could.
If Collins puts that in, it won't make any sense.
Correct. But it won't make any less sense than most of our output over the years.
It's a great point, actually.
Yeah.
Really good stuff, Mason.
It is.
You like movies and comics and TV shows and whatever?
I do like movies and comics and TV shows.
And video games?
I would say more so than ever.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, that's right. I'm always looking at an old movie and going, that has value.
Yeah.
You know? This is valuable to me.
In what way?
Well,
because you physically own it? Or because you can get it on a streaming service?
Yeah, I can usually, a bunch of old stuff I can watch on streaming on YouTube. And I have I would say I have a window, a week-long window.
You do have a week window.
I've got a very weak window.
Why don't you get that window fixed? It's made of Glad wrap and cheese. Sorry, go on, you were saying?
I've got
about your weak cheese Glad wrap window? What were you saying?
Yes, correct. I've got about a week where I can just expound on the virtues of this movie and go, here's an interesting fact about this old movie. And people are like, wow, he knows a lot about old movies.
Movie.
I just know about one movie for this 1 week. I can do this with old movies and also like joke book jokes.
Yeah.
I can basically hold one joke book joke in my head at a time.
The whole book?
No, just the one joke.
Oh, okay, right.
And then if anybody some people
tell a joke.
Somebody who've got an endless library of all those old jokes. A guy walks into a bar or whatever.
I hate those.
Yeah, I know.
Get a real personality, like I do. Pop culture.
But if anybody tells me another one, it just pushes the old one out.
What do you got at the moment?
It's the one where it is a cowboy joke.
Okay.
I'll save it for later.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is boring.
Well, the joke would be more boring. Like to just tell an old joke book joke on a podcast, already a cripplingly bad medium. To be like, we'll add also joke book jokes to it.
Mason, podcasts are good. They can get presidents elected. Anyway, this week, we're not doing a big movie or big TV show, are we?
No big movie out this week.
I mean, there is always stuff happening.
Yeah.
But there is a brief respite in content.
Thank God.
Where we could do a topic episode, and we're going to be talking about best and worst comic adaptations.
That's right.
Because recently we had Supergirl, of course, and they made some changes that both me and you thought were really good.
And I think we're also going to talk about adaptations overall, but also when they adapt something to a comic book to a movie, for example, the smaller changes they might make within that movie, for good or real.
That's right. I mean? And we have a bunch of people who have on the Patreon and also on the Planet Broadcasting Great Mates group that are contributing to that as well.
We're also going to bring our own ideas.
No, I think I'm just going to use their ideas.
Are you just going to read out of a Facebook group?
Well, I have both.
Interesting. I'm just going to do the one, which is take it out of the Facebook group.
Great. I'll do the Patreon then.
Next week, Evil Dead Burn is coming out.
And also Moana.
Live action Moana.
Which I am definitely going to see.
And I might see if I have time.
You don't have to, because my kids are on school holidays, so I have to see it.
Yeah, right.
You don't have to see it.
Why couldn't they have been on school holidays for whatever we talked about last week that tanked Supergirl?
They did. I took one of them at least.
Oh, yes?
Yeah.
What'd they think?
Yeah, I thought it was all right.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also we got some news in the lead-up. We're going to talk about PlayStation stopping the physical release of games, among other things.
Come on, PlayStation.
We're going to talk about if Minions ever worked for Hitler.
Come on, Hitler. Get it together, Hitler.
We're going to talk about the next G.I. Joe movie that's definitely happening.
Did that sound too encouraging towards Hitler? The thing that I just said?
When you said, come on, Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Hitler, stop being a bad guy.
All right.
There we go.
I mean, he did.
He did, didn't he? Good on you, Hitler. Oh, no. Good for you, Hitler.
Stop saying it. Also, his actions have echoed through time in a bad way.
Agreed.
Yeah. We're going to talk about, G.I. Joe, I mentioned that. We've got a trailer for Werwulf.
Hitler did kill Hitler.
Hitler killed Hitler.
So that's good.
And then we're going to talk about some Batman stuff, as in some potential casting.
Oh, yes. It might be Tim Britman or something.
Tom British Man.
Nice.
And then how Supergirl, the fallout from that, and who did it.
Who's stabbing everybody else in the back? Who's got the hot goss?
This feels like controlled PR.
Yeah,
to be like, well, no one person is to blame. How could you pin this on one person?
That's right. There's so many people involved in making a movie that it's certainly not my fault.
But if you believe the internet, it's all the women involved in the movie and nobody else.
Right.
Yeah.
I just to get ahead of this, it's not our fault. We have said some things in the past about certain dictators.
Yeah.
To suggest
one of
we
us has,
support
one
them.
of us has, yeah.
You said that.
No.
You're always talking about. You're always having good stuff to say about Idi Amin.
I don't think I've ever said anything good about Idi Amin.
You said, okay, all right. You're always glazing Slobodan Milosevic.
That is true. But you don't, he's different in real life.
But anyway, everybody who's over at Supergirl's like, you certainly can't fire me.
Don't you love it when someone, that's true, when someone meets like somebody awful, like the president, and they're like, no, he was actually nice in person.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah, in that 2-minute interaction.
That's interesting. He didn't go, hey, fuck you, and try to like cut your throat. That's weird.
That's weird. In the Oval Office, he didn't try and shoot you. That's weird. With all the cameras, he didn't shoot you in the Oval Office.
You made a joke. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
He likes food. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Peter Dutton.
Peter Dutton.
Surprisingly down to earth, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Down to earth in hell.
Yes.
Anyway, let's start here. PlayStation will stop releasing physical games in January of 2028.
That's too soon.
So new games will still be able to be bought in shops, but they will come with a digital code.
So
GTA 6 is doing this as well.
So why bother also? So you get the box.
Yeah, so you can go get a box. Remember when video games used to have things in the box?
Instructions
manual. And also the game.
It's weird because the instruction manual was entirely unnecessary because the game had 2 buttons. Mm-hmm. And you just had to figure out in the first 2 seconds of the game which one was jump and which one was shoot.
Yep.
And you were sorted. But they had a whole manual. It was like, you're gonna look at all the denizens of the magical kingdom, and this guy's got he's a snorkel man, isn't he?
Yeah.
You gotta watch out for him because he will attack you.
But it doesn't.
I know, manual. Yeah. They're all gonna attack
Everything
me.
in this game is attacking big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It never gives you any useful information, does it?
No.
Yeah. You don't know how to do the Simon's Quest magic whistle or whatever happens in that game.
The instruction manual for Simon's Quest, Castlevania 2, should have been like, this game is going to lead you up the garden path multiple times with riddles that make no sense.
Yep.
Because they were badly translated.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might finish it in 20 years if you come back to this because you watched the Angry Video Game Nerd, but realistically you won't.
When I bought Metal Gear on the NES, it did have a big map of the entire game. Because clearly people were like, we don't know what is happening. Hideo Kojima, we don't know your deal yet, but it is inscrutable.
But you do like the movie Supergirl.
He does like the movie Supergirl, yeah.
But yeah, so this is also off the back of, as I mentioned, GTA 6 is selling an empty box upon its initial release.
Mm-hmm, sure.
Yeah. Sony have said this move came as...
And a moral dumb butt burger or whatever.
I don't know. Does it? Is that what they're doing?
No, I don't know. You know what they like?
Yeah.
It's satire.
It is satire.
Eat a dumb butt burger.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I'm listening to dumb politics radio. That's what
right.
this is, by the way.
That's right.
Dumb politics radio for idiots.
That's right. Yeah.
This is satire radio.fm.
With your host, Tucker Asshole. You know?
Hey, man. And so on.
And so on and so forth, yeah.
This is what Sony said, as consumer preferences in the broader entertainment industry continue to shift away from physical discs to digital. That's why they're doing it.
Come on, Sony.
Yeah.
You don't know anything, Sony. You released Morbius twice. You don't know anything about consumer preferences. You're the stupidest company that exists, and that's saying something. They tricked you.
They tricked you.
We don't want this thing that you're pitching.
Well, there's a reason.
Bring back big cartridges.
They know that, right?
Yeah, of course they do.
This also comes off the back of the PS Vita and PS3 stores will close in July of 2027. That was going to happen a few years back, and they pushed it now. They also removed 500 plus movie titles from their platform due to licensing.
That's even including movies you purchased. With
That's
your
right.
money.
No refund, by the way. They were like, it's a licensing thing, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could have renewed that if you wanted to. You're fucking Sony.
A lot of them would be Sony movies, probably. My understanding is there are a lot of places in the world now that are changing the rules around that, where if you go to a streaming platform or something, instead of it saying buy a movie, it will say purchase a license temporarily or whatever it is. Yeah, and it'll have to say up front, we can just revoke your access to this. This is ours, by the way, yeah. We own your TV now.
Yeah.
You've agreed to purchase this so we can go in your house and take your TV.
Was it Sony had the patent where if you got an ad, you'd have to stand up and say McDonald's?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that blueprint is circulated on the internet.
Great.
I don't know if it's Sony specifically, but yeah, awful.
Yeah, really.
Dystopian universe.
I think
awful.
you'll find good.
Yeah, it is good actually.
Look, also, like, I understand this is the future. I understand digital platforms are a preference for a lot of, maybe even most people. Steam has been digital for how long? Forever.
Yeah.
You know, and whatever. Like, I understand, but for me, it's more about, like, ownership.
Yeah,
and the idea of what you're really getting for anything now is a temporary license which can be revoked at any time.
Yeah.
Which we've seen also, like, this week. Because they took 500 movies away.
And also the idea that as games are not only getting bigger, they are getting more expensive.
Yep.
And a lot of people can't afford, GTA 6 might be $100 game when it comes out. And a lot of people not necessarily going to be able to afford that. But in years past, if somebody would buy the game, finish in a week, take it to EB Games or GameStop or whatever and sell it, and then the people could buy it on the secondary market. They could just buy the disc for less than that.
Borrow it from a friend.
Borrow it from a friend.
Or an enemy. It doesn't matter. Exactly.
Yeah. Steal it from an enemy.
That means also, they can just basically charge that you will always have to purchase a game.
Yes.
You can never lend it to somebody. Of course, there's that famous video of Sony doing like, this is how you lend a game, and you just hand it to somebody. This is also an era where, when I talk about this, I talked about it recently, where games aren't even fully on the disc anymore.
Absolutely,
you have to install it, and then you have to download a patch or the rest of the game.
I would say
for
for some people that would be the justification. It's like, well, it's only one more step, and you don't get the full game or whatever. But like,
also they could have invented a new format that can hold an entire game.
Yeah, I've got one. It's called My Dreams. And My Imagination. I already invented it.
You can't download that.
Yeah, I got the patent on it. It's pretty good.
But you know what I mean? If Sony wanted to, they could have invented a new form of physical media.
For sure.
And also, this is
a cartridge.
A cartridge, for example.
Big cartridge.
Big cartridge. Big as your car. This is also a way to charge for the same amount of money for something which has no production cost.
Sure,
which means you don't even have to physically hand somebody or make anything. It's because it's endlessly scalable at very little cost.
Yeah.
They're not passing on the savings to people for this.
No. I guess, and again, the idea behind it
sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Of course it does. The big game, of course, is going to be GTA 6, which is coming out next year.
November
I don't know.
Or whatever.
Because obviously they're going to be like, well, we'd need to press 1 billion discs or whatever. But like,
yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah, do it then. Do it, cowards. You don't want to see that? You don't want to see a factory with trucks with 1 billion discs coming out of it?
I do want that.
I want to see that, and they're gold and shiny. They're like, we've made even more golden discs. They're beautiful.
Yeah. And look, I'm sure
the GTA girl will give you a big kiss when you buy it.
No, thank you. I'm sure that like in 20 years you'll be able to get all these games on an old cartridge or whatever, you know, and anything like that. But honestly, for me, if this is the future of Sony, which I guess it is, I'm out. Wow. Like I'm probably Also, like
you're turning your back on Madam Web.
Well, I don't even play. Yes, I don't even play. No, just video games or this particular console. Like I may as well just have a PC.
Yep.
Like, because you're basically giving me a PC now anyway. I can't play my old games on it because it won't be backwards compatible because it won't have a disc in it.
Yeah.
Also, this might be a way for them to reverse it then go and people go, yeah, you did it or whatever.
You did it. Your heroes actually, we like Sony now.
Yeah.
A new sentence that's never been said before. We like Sony now. Something that has also been pointed out as well, a lot of the game, there are a lot of licensed games that were available, years ago on a disc, but also digitally.
Yep.
And because the licensing has expired, a lot of the Marvel games, they make Ultimate Alliance or what have you, the license expires, so they get deleted from online storefronts. But if you have a physical copy, you can still play that game. Whereas now, anything that is digital only,
Exactly. Game preservation is it's a huge deal for people, and especially for collectors. And again, I know digital is the future. This was always going to happen.
I think children are our future.
Children are also the future. They don't even like us, though. They're not going to help.
It's true.
And I get it. I
They stare right through you, these kids.
they don't like us.
They don't like us. And that's fine. That's fine.
We like them, but we don't care if they don't like us.
But if a kid was like, give me a thumbs up on the street, it'd be all right.
You know what happened the other week?
Yes.
I was on a swing at the park.
All right.
And I jumped off the swing. Like as it was going up.
Whoa.
And I landed, which is a dangerous thing
Superhero
to do.
landing?
I landed normal.
Nice.
And a 10-year-old girl said to me, unironically, I didn't know her, she said, sick jump.
Wow.
And I was like, fuck, that's made my year.
And you were like, mind your language.
I just want to be clear.
Yep.
Unironically.
Yeah,
unless
there you
I
go.
couldn't detect it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a moment where kids tip over from like, because I at my work, like people wave, you know, as I go past because I'm so famous. But like, there's a moment where kids will tip over from like, I'm waving because it's fun to like, I'm waving ironically.
Yeah.
And if you wave back, they're like, oh, that guy waved. That guy waved back. I waved at him. I performed a basic social function. I waved at him and he waved back because that is a common thing you do when somebody waves. That's actually funny. He's stupid. He's stupid because he waved back. I got him.
They did get you though.
They got me. It's true, actually. Yeah.
This is also related to kids or whatever. I was walking my dog the other day, and I crossed
your fur baby, as you call.
I would never say that. I crossed a bridge and lining both sides of that bridge was like 25 teenagers, and I'm like, oh fuck! Like this is like they're gonna
cut me to the core with something. They're gonna go nice shirt, and you're like, this is just a regular shirt. What happened? Exactly. When did this shirt become a bad shirt?
But
yes,
the dog saved me, I reckon.
Oh yeah,
because they're like, everyone's looking at the dog. No one's looking at me.
Yeah, nice.
I was like, oh, this is a bad dream.
Yeah,
because you cannot win.
That's
I cannot say anything.
Yeah,
I don't.
You can't physically assault the children. No. It's not allowed anymore.
I don't have a witty enough comeback.
We don't have a clip around the. We don't have a response that is the clip around the ear anymore.
I reckon if I tipped one of them off the bridge into the water.
Yeah. They'd respect you.
They'd probably respect.
And word would get around the town.
Yeah, but also like...
You're the bridge tipper.
They'd do that to me.
They would, yeah, exactly, yeah. And that's I mean, that would be... Back in the olden days when people were allowed to hit kids, they shouldn't have done it. But when people are like, I'm just going to clip a kid around... The most embarrassing thing in the world would be if you went to clip a kid around the ear and they... like threw you off a bridge. That'd be so embarrassing. You'd be the bridge tipper.
And they'd film it.
They'd film it now.
And you'd be the bad guy.
Yeah, you'd be the bad guy.
So the guy who tried to beat up Jack Reacher. What were you thinking?
Yeah, right. He's got a helmet camera.
He's going to beat you up.
He'll beat you up.
Anyway, Sony.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
They're doing what those bean counters want.
I also think that like people...
The future where we don't own anything.
Exactly. That's all it is. Again... things should be digital.
Yes.
Because that's the way some people live their life, a lot of people. But it's the preservation that worries me. If there were airtight laws in place where you meant that you kept that forever, I would have less of a problem with this. But there isn't, and there never will be.
Like if you purchased the digital movie or the digital game and it went to your system, like you downloaded it, and it was in like a locked box. Blockchain.
Yeah.
Blocked box.
Yeah.
That would be good. That would be okay. But the fact that, again, they can reach into your TV or your system and just be like, we'll have that back, thank you.
Because you better believe if they could come to your house and like take your physical DVDs away to make you purchase them, they would.
There is a Sony lawyer right now in the soon-to-be defunct physical media section, and they're just combing through like all the fine print on the back of DVDs and Blu-rays and whatever, being like, there's got to be something where we can do this.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting also, like. And I don't know if this is related, it's probably not, but YouTube I've noticed in the last year or so, they've ramped up their copyright stuff, copyright notices, because people probably know this, but if you upload something to YouTube and there's an automatic detection system in place that says, oh, you used a clip from this movie and this company owns this now, and then you've got to go a process of an appeal, and it takes about 30 days, and then you always win because it comes under fair use.
But by that point, the monetization window is gone.
So, because sometimes it gets like killed by the algorithm, but also the money goes in escrow, so it will earn money and it sits in between you, and then it finally goes.
The winner gets the money.
Yeah, but it's ramped up like a lot, and it's like fucking annoying, and it's also because you got to go through it for every single video, and there's an appeal where they appeal your appeal, and then there's a final thing, and the final step is they have to take you to court,
right?
Which no one has ever done, yet.
Yeah.
But it's also...
But yeah, no, exactly, because it's essentially like any method that the company can to scrape an extra few dollars, and it's like, okay, well, if we just put out I assume it's a bot or a script or something like that, and it just goes, okay, well, if 100 people put out a video on, say, the great movie Gods of Egypt, for example, and it makes, they make a couple of $1,000. Well, we can have that $1,000 more. It's $1,000 more than we had, and it costs us nothing.
Absolutely. And I think what the annoying thing is because of Google, and they're just doing it to cover themselves, is like, I've had this channel for 10 plus years. I have never just uploaded a fucking movie.
Right, exactly.
And obviously at this point, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, one time, Actually, more than one time didn't we put an entire movie in a video and we scrubbed through it really fast?
But it's obviously not really, right?
And,
You know what I mean?
and the idea of obviously is that
Also, that didn't get flagged.
yeah, a lot of the videos that we make are supposed to be bound legally by fair use.
They are.
The idea being like we've got clips from a movie, but we're talking about them. We're using them to illustrate. It's not just the movie, which is where the value is.
I wish.
Exactly.
That'd be way easier.
But you can use clips from a movie or a TV show or something to review it, and like it's transformed in a way because it's a review, and you need to show the movie for illustrative purposes, and it will often have like other effects over the top and all this sort of stuff.
And it's only ever 6-second clips at a time
and
or whatever.
in theory, they should just leave you alone.
Yeah.
But because they're a larger entity,
Yeah.
they're just like, well, we'll give it a go, won't we?
Absolutely.
And most people would just give up.
Yeah. There's no, like, the fact that there's no, like, even trust that I wouldn't,
Right.
that I would do that. Like, but it doesn't work in reverse. They automatically side with the
you can't
that system
you can't then turn around and make a complaint that they wasted your time or they interrupted your income or whatever and they would get a penalty. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Well, must be nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. Anyways, do you know we have a subscription service ourselves?
Oh, interesting.
We have Big Sandwich also. We also have
BigSandwich.co.
Patreon, that's right. And also there's YouTube membership now, but that's rolling out a bit differently because it's for people who don't want everything all at once. All right. Last week we did our playthrough of the X-Men official game. Not the full game, but just the cool bits.
Oh, the cool bits.
It had Alan Cumming, he was back as Nightcrawler in it, and Hugh Jackman and Sean or Aaron Ashmore. But this week we did a comic book club.
Yes.
For the Mud Pack.
Yes, which is a late 80s, I think, or early 90s Detective Comics run.
You
Batman.
picked this one.
I did because I remember very fondly reading it as a kid.
Yeah,
and it's the various clay faces of the DC universe teaming up for nefarious purposes. Great writing, great art.
Yep.
Tremendous stuff.
Absolutely. So that's available on those places. It's edited by Sarabi as well. So these are video podcasts now.
Right.
Which does a fantastic job if you are interested in checking those out. You can look at all that content.
I love looking at content.
And you can download it and keep it.
Should that be our tagline? Look at all this content.
Look at all this content, please.
You can.
Yeah.
Thinking about looking at content, ? Well, you can. Don't be afraid. Be not afraid.
You don't need to be afraid. Anyway, we're over 20 minutes. Let's do another topic. Polygon, they spoke to Minions and Monsters director, Pierre Coffin.
Oh, yes. I didn't even know he was ill. But he was coughing, and then he got put in a coffin.
I left a gap there because I knew you were going to do something whip smart.
That's right.
And you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. The title of the headline is Minions and Monsters director makes it clear Minions never worked for Hitler.
Filet mignons.
Thank you.
I don't know.
I didn't leave a gap.
No, I know.
Because I knew you couldn't do it.
That's right. And you were correct. Because it's a complete non sequitur. I don't even know where I was going with that.
So, if you don't know the Minions, which you do,
I've not seen a Minions or a Despicable Me, but I'm aware.
You understand they're from the dinosaur times, and they're always looking for the biggest villain throughout history to hang out with.
Now, clarify for me again. Once again, in dinosaur times, did they wear the overalls, or did they wear like?
Yeah, they were like fur overalls.
Fur overalls. Okay, right.
Yeah.
And so they're from the dinosaur times, and throughout history, they work for the most evil man.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the most evil person, which is why they work for Stephen Carell or whatever in the thing. But then the question has always arisen: well, would they have worked for Hitler
or Goebbels?
Yeah, or Goebbels.
They said, so the Minions that we know from Minions 1
they were locked in a cave.
Were stuck in the cave.
Right.
Which also implies to me...
There's more Minions.
Well, that, and if they weren't in the cave...
They would have worked for Hitler. Yeah. Yeah.
That's all
It's
I'm
what
saying.
isn't said, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
About these children's movies. They mean comically evil. They don't mean Hitler.
No, I don't. Yeah, they're not doing...
Or Slobodan Milosevic. Would they have worked for Slobodan Milosevic?
Give him a chance in real life.
Mm.
Yeah.
Would they have worked for the last King of Scotland?
That's right.
Are they in the background of the movie The Last King of Scotland?
Are they?
No, that's James McAvoy, and he's in the front.
He's in both parts of that movie.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's a fun little thing.
Wait, what did we clarify there?
That they didn't work for Hitler.
We already knew that, director of... We already knew that, Mr. Coffin.
Yeah, Pierre Coffin.
Yeah.
Mr. Pierre Coffin. Also, okay, let's do something via the Happy, Sad, Confused.
Oh, you know why it is? Because his name's Pierre, and I'm like, filet.
Yeah.
It's French.
You're doing what you do.
Thanks, man. Word association.
Yeah.
It sometimes works.
I said you're doing what you do.
Thank you. I'm doing what I can.
This bit of news via Josh Horowitz, Happy, Sad, Confused podcast. He's a great interviewer.
He's always getting the big stars.
He also, like,
he's always like, we're friends, aren't we, big star? We're friends, aren't we, big star?
He is like that.
Yeah.
But and even over Zoom, like, he manages to make it so personable. Whereas you look at a lot of interviews, I would say most other interviews who do these kinds of things, and they're just not even close to like the way this guy does
There's
it.
a BBC radio guy who I think is quite good.
Mark Commode?
He's good.
Yeah.
And Mayo.
And Mayo.
But there's another guy, and he's got glasses, and he's always like, we're friends too, aren't we? We're friends.
You know how we're
Remember
friends.
the time we met and we were friends? And they're like, I do remember that, thank you.
I'm Andrew Garfield, and I do
Andrew.
remember that.
So
and I'm not talking about like, because like Novelty or whatever, Hot Ones and all of that,
yeah.
Chicken Shop Date, those are all good.
Yeah.
But those have like a particular setting. Like doing that over Zoom and whatever,
Yeah.
it's way harder.
Yeah. Have you seen the Jolly Guys?
The Jolly Guys?
Those Jolly Guys, they're just eating food and hanging out with Jason Momoa. You seen those guys? They're very enthusiastic. I like them. Yeah. What was that? Who's
It's
that?
Jason Statham.
Jason Momoa.
Oh, Jason Momoa?
Yeah. I don't think I've interviewed Jason Statham. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I'm looking at the Jolly Guys.
Yeah.
You know what I've been fed on YouTube at the moment because I watched an interview with
Garbage?
Bam McGarrett. Yes. It's just like, oh, you want to see every jackass interview for this latest movie, everything that every food eating show,
You don't?
No.
Okay.
Like, I watched that one interview because I'm like, what's this guy up to? It seems like he's doing better. That's great. I'm probably not going to see the new movie because, you know, I'll see it eventually on streaming or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not really interested. But it's like, do you want to hear Steve-O rank the top 10 things he's stuck in his ass? Not really.
Okay. Because you've seen them all.
I know what
you know what they are. You can do your own ranking. This ranking is going to upset you because it's going to be wrong.
My ranking is different than Steve-O's ass-sticking ranking. Yeah. I'm just not that interested, you know. And again, like, I'm not a non-fan of Jackass. I'll watch it when it comes to streaming, but it just YouTube just thinks I just want Jackass fucking videos. Also, because it knows how old I am.
Yeah, no,
and I watched that one video.
Yeah, I mean, you know, some people say Jackass, the vibe has shifted a little bit because they're
it's more gross out stuff than being like hammered.
Well, yeah, because they're all going to die. I mean, Johnny Knoxville especially. He's like one of those quarterbacks that's been concussed so many times. They're like, you can't do it again because you'll die. So it is more gross out than hit you with a big hammer or whatever.
Anyway, Happy Sad Confused podcast.
Oh, yes.
Spoke to, this is a big tangent show. I'm not liking this, Mason.
I love a big tangent. You don't like a big tangent?
I'm not liking it.
James, in a way, life is a big tangent,
I do like
isn't it?
Actually, I do like a big tangent. They spoke to Danny
Tangent Comics.
Thank you.
That?
There wasn't a gap there. Danny McBride.
Tangent Comics?
No. Danny McBride.
Stan Lee?
No.
No, wait, that's Stan Lee's Just Imagine. That was a different thing. Tangent Comics was... It's not important. I'll get...
No, tell me.
People can Google it.
No, tell me.
Tangent Comics was reimagined versions of a bunch of DC characters.
But this isn't Stan Lee doing...
No, that was Stan Lee's Just Imagine.
Where it was like, what if Batman had the origin of Spider-Man?
Exactly. What if Batman was a real Batman?
Oh, yeah.
Remember those?
Yeah,
that was Stan Lee's Just Imagine.
Really
the
good.
tangent was like, what if the Flash was like she was a pop star and she had light powers or whatever?
The Flash?
Yes.
She?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah. What if Nightwing was a team of super spies?
What if it wasn't? Nightwing is sometimes a super spy.
Sometimes he's Rick Grayson, yes, and he works for Spiral. This is too many tangents, James.
This is a good amount of tangents,
I
actually.
agree,
I've come around on it.
Anyway, who's this guy interviewing?
Danny McBride is working on the next G.I. Joe movie.
That's right.
He said it's so it's talking about the influences, what it's going to be about. And
First he said, yes, Josh Horowitz, we are friends. We're good friends.
We're good friends.
We've met
We're always
before and
hanging
we're
out.
good friends.
Yeah. All your friends are celebrities. We know that.
Yeah.
It's definitely the cartoons and the comics. G.I. Joe was my thing when I was a kid. I liked that more than Star Wars, more than anything. I love G.I. Joe. I still have the characters. So it grounds G.I. Joe. It's not a comedy.
Okay.
It's kind of suspense and action. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a whole ensemble. You're following Duke and a group of other Joes. There's a town, Springfield, that is secretly all Cobra.
Yep.
That is where the film takes place. That sounds great.
That
Because they nearly went with the Max Landis pitch.
Oh yeah, right.
And
so is this going to be in the Transformers universe, or is this separate from?
I would say probably eventually if it does. Doesn't this sound cool? That like a secret Cobra town.
Well, I mean that was in the comics.
Yeah, I know, Mason.
So I'm way ahead of it, but that does sound good. Yeah. I like the idea of like it kind of being a G.I. Joe end up in this town and they don't know that it's a Cobra. Because there's in the original Marvel G.I. Joe comics, there's a kind of a weird multi-level marketing aspect to Cobra.
Yeah.
Where the Cobra commander starts out like
Tupperware.
Yeah, it's like Tupperware. Like it's a Tupperware, but it's like military hardware or whatever, and then they build this whole fake town.
That's awesome.
And his name's Fred. Did you know that?
Cobra Commander's name is Fred.
His name's
Did
Fred.
he take on that name or did he?
No, I think it was always Fred.
Okay, let me check something. G.I. Joe movie, 2009 cast. What was Joseph Gordon-Levitt's name character? Because he was...
Wasn't he the professor or something, the scientist
Good
or whatever?
question. Let's find
Mr.
out.
Professor Scientist?
Rex Lewis.
No, that's not right. That's wrong.
Doesn't say Fred here, Mason.
Well, he's wrong.
Who?
All of them.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
He's doing some weird AI.
Don't worry about who he's hanging out with.
He's doing some weird AI thing, and he's hanging out with Peter Thiel. He's hanging out with Peter Thiel.
You wouldn't hang out with Peter Thiel if you could?
Probably would once.
Because you'd want to kill him. You get to kill him in person. Can we say this?
No! He's got so much money, James.
Yeah,
and so
I know.
much reach.
It's parody.
Yeah, it is. It's true. I don't think that's a defense in Australia. I don't think you're...
It's not parody.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Like if you... In Australia, if you say, I'm going to kill the Prime Minister in Minecraft...
Are you?
Yes. But that's not a valid defense. They're like, we know... Like that's still a threat. ASIO will still call you.
But you're not going to do that.
I might. But in Minecraft...
G.I. Joe!
Real American hero.
Snake Eyes.
I bet it'll be a real they-them hero now. A they-them international hero. Boo America, they'll say.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I think they'll say.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with any of that. Mason,
Yes.
trailers ahoy.
Honk tingling.
Yeah, we just got the one we're going to talk about. It's Werwulf.
The new Robert Eggers film.
A guy who said if he ever filmed a telephone, like a modern cell phone in a movie, he'd kill himself.
Okay.
Respect.
All right, drama queen. All right.
Do it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Run onto one of his sets and sneak an iPhone into the frame and see what he does.
Do you reckon he'd do a real gothic tragedy kind of suicide or just a standard one?
I think he would pretend he's going to do it and be, in a
Oh!
yeah, one of those. In an old timey painting, there's always a guy going, oh. He's got his hand to his forehead. He's like, oh.
And it's sort of black and white, but it's not quite black and white.
Yeah, you'd be doing one of those. Oh,
I like his movies.
I do also.
So this is a retelling of a werewolf kind of story.
Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf.
It's a retelling of Teen Wolf.
How old is Aaron? Oh yeah, because he's a teen man, and then Aaron Taylor Johnson grows up to be adult werewolf.
Correct.
Of course, it's got a Willem Dafoe.
Yep.
It's got a
Lily Rose Depp.
is
She's got to
back.
be in him now.
She was in the last Dracula one, and there's probably going to be some physical transformations and etc. And cool
Yeah, I mean,
prosthetics.
that's, I would say, most notable. We don't see what the werewolf's going to be like.
man.
Because there's, the most recent one was Wolfman, where he's just a furry man, if you recall.
He wasn't even that furry.
Yeah, he was just,
And he couldn't hear properly.
He was
or
more
something.
a disheveled man. He was just...
Disheveled man.
Yeah, disheveled man.
My dad's disheveled. I think he got
Look
bit-
out, he's disheveled. He's trying to make us disheveled also.
I think he got bitten by someone else who's disheveled. And now he's disheveled.
Right? Yeah.
Damn. Disheveled
Yeah.
dad? I don't know if I'm down with that.
He was bitten by a divorced dad at the bar who was really disheveled.
You
His tie
laugh,
was
you
down.
laugh, but that could happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, it looks cool. When's this
Yeah.
out? The end of the year, I think. I think it's out
again, I think it will probably lean much closer to. I mean,
Vivitch?
you've got the Spectrum, and you've got.
It's out Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
At one point, you've got Van Helsing werewolf,
Brilliant
like
movie.
enormous CGI flailing
Brilliant
limbs.
movie.
Brilliant movie.
Just an onion of a werewolf peeling skin and fur and skin and
That's
fur.
right. And then at the other side, you've got more of a Werewolf by Night Marvel special presentation where he is more of a furry man. And then you've got Wolfman, furry man, disheveled man.
Hell yeah.
So I think it'll be closer to your Werewolf by Night, I think.
Hell yeah.
More of a furry man, but I think,
I want it monstrous, like the way that Count Orlok was like, fuck, this sucks.
because he's never really done, Eggers has never really done like a big, huge makeup of, well, I mean, Orlok, but I
Orlok
guess
is, yeah.
he's, more of that, more and
What
bigger.
did the Vivitch look like? A movie I still have not seen.
Like a goat.
I get a squid kind of thing in the lighthouse. Like a squid.
That's true. That's true.
There's nothing like that in the Northman, though. God,
No.
I really like the Northman.
I think it's good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It made no money.
Yeah, not a success, and people are always like, I don't know, man. But it's also because he's got a small enough filmography that everybody feels the need to rank them, I
Yeah.
think, and go, well, this is the worst one. They're all pretty good, I
I don't know
think.
if it is. Budget of 70 million, made 75.8. So, yeah, that is a shame.
Yep.
That is a shame.
That is a shame.
Oh, yeah, so Nosferatu made for 50, made 182.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Good movie. This is via the World of Real. Apparently, Christina Hodgson wrote the latest draft of the Batman, the Brave and the Bold movie.
Okay.
And he's saying, and I keep hearing that Gunn is actually considering replacing Andy Muschietti as director with
A real machete.
himself.
Interesting. With a machete?
Yeah, with a machete, holding a machete.
Wow. Typewriter in one hand, machete in the other hand.
That's right. Yeah. That's how I like to do it. Yes, Gunn is apparently tempted to direct the DCU's Batman movie after helming the first 2 Superman films. Might as well take the ship down while you're fully at the wheel, this person says.
Okay, then.
This wouldn't surprise me. This also could be bullshit. But even if it is bullshit, it wouldn't surprise me if this ends up being true.
I mean, I think as well, I'm sure we've talked about this before, that Gunn... There's been points where he's clearly like burning the candle from both ends.
Absolutely.
He's got Peacemaker, he's got Creature Commandos, he's directing Superman, and
He's
so on
interfering with Supergirl potentially.
Maybe someone's got to take the
about.
blame.
And there's a bunch of rumors last week that Tom Brittany is going to be the Bruce Wayne Batman. And looking at him, I'm like, yeah,
That's pretty all right.
looks pretty good. He's 35. He's from the UK. He's 6'2".
Yeah.
I don't know him.
Yeah.
So
You
that's
don't
good.
know him.
I know. I like
Yeah.
that. I don't know him.
Yeah, I don't know
That's
him.
your mate.
Yeah, that's your mate. He's I
Of all the choices that I've heard so far,
Yeah.
this is probably my favorite of what I've Googled of this guy recently.
terrific.
Yeah.
Good. Gave him a good Google. That's good.
Yeah. I know you're a Blandon Sklenar man.
I love a Blandon Sklenar or a Matinee.
Yeah.
Or any of those. They all look about right. It's interesting, like this and also the Bond casting.
Yeah.
Like they've sort of dialed it down to like a small number of candidates, and all of them are like, it's all right.
Yeah.
Callum Turner, he could be Bond.
Yeah,
People are like, oh, his hair looks like Bond's hair.
It does actually.
Who was the last one with really good hair? Brosnan, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
Like Connery wore a toupee the entire time he was Bond.
Mason.
Yeah.
He doesn't like people knowing that. Just kidding. He was famously bald all the time outside of his movies. He didn't care at all.
And he's dead.
And he died. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's on the news.
Yeah. But Callum Turner, he looks. I think he
I
looks
don't think they're
suitably
going to go
Bond.
with him. I would like an unknown.
I saw somebody go like, "Oh, it's stealth PR for him because he got married recently."
I mean, probably.
And he's all swanning around in exotic locales wearing tuxedos, and people are like, "This is PR. This is a PR move, so he looks like Bond in real life."
Yeah, maybe
I'm like, "Yeah,
is.
it's fine. I don't care."
It's all PR.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
bullshit.
Whoa.
Nothing matters, man.
Wow.
I don't even care.
Wow.
Anyway, do you want to hear about some scurrilous rumor?
Yes, of course I
surrounding
do.
The Supergirl movie?
Yes.
So it could lose up to $125 million.
Check behind the couch cushions.
And that's the good news.
Oh.
Rumor alert. Take cover, Mason.
Rumor alert.
Yeah, so this is via THR.
Lock your family in the safe room. It's rumor alert.
You have a safe room?
I installed one in your house, yeah.
You have a family?
No, it's just for me. If something goes down, I've got a safe room in your house.
Mason, crawling under my bed is not a safe room.
It feels safe.
Well, that's where you sleep.
Yes.
THR said this movie never found its footing post-production. And they were testing it with test audiences. And it always scored around 60.
With test eagles.
It always scored about 60 out of 100.
60 out of 100. You pump that number up.
That's a C.
To a different number.
That's a C.
To a different number, James. What do you reckon
Well,
about that?
That's a D, isn't it? Sorry. Yeah. This was despite reshoots which had involved reconfiguring the climactic fight. Now, apparently,
Adding more needle drops. At one point, they're like, more needle drops.
Well, we can talk about that because music in this movie was a point of friction.
Oh, yes.
This was also
a fraction too much friction?
Maybe it is.
John Farnham?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is also, of course, between director Craig Gillespie and James Gunn and the
other taste makers and hit makers.
That's right. So the middle cover that they used for there'll be some Supergirl spoilers, sorry. The middle cover that was used at one point was Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
That would work better, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit on the nose, though. Why not use one of the songs that they did in the trailer?
Yeah, maybe, sure.
I don't know, man. Which is apparently a James Gunn decision. Gillespie and Gunn brought in their own editors also.
Oh, they're hatchet men.
Yeah. So scores eventually reached the low 70s. But instead
it's gone up.
It's gone up to the low 70s.
Okay.
But instead of tinkering, DC Studios created a bake-off for the two versions.
Okay.
One with Craig Gillespie
And then that didn't work, so they had to do a Dancing with the Stars.
Callum Turner would do a Dancing with the Stars.
I bet he would.
Or he would have, not now.
Yeah, he's dead.
So there was a Craig Gillespie version and a James Gunn version.
Okay.
Or a DC Studios version. Now, it's unclear what major differences emerged, but one source said Gillespie's version was 11 minutes longer and featured more of the villain Krem.
The villain we don't like.
We don't like. Yeah, I don't know
good
whether
villain?
that would have fixed it.
Yeah.
When the two competing versions tested...
Instead of him being just, I'm doing this because I'm evil, he's like, I'm doing this because I'm sad. I'm evil because I'm sad.
That's right. Something to do with my backstory. When the two competing versions tested, the score surprisingly dropped significantly.
Oh, no.
The Studio Insider says...
These guys don't know what they're doing.
The Studio Insider says the differences were not particularly pronounced. It was then never tested again, which makes me think that the studio just went, let's not put any more money into this.
Yeah, let's not put this out.
Yeah. So they're saying then... So
let's put out random versions to different cinemas.
Yeah.
See what people think.
We don't like it that much. I think it's the general consensus.
Yeah.
The challenge for Gunn and thus DC Studios is to navigate the fine line of being filmmaker friendly.
Yes.
Which is also what he's talked about, how he wanted people to create their own stories, while trusting his strong artistic point of view that has guided them all his career.
Needle drops.
That's right. Gunn and Safran's tenure is up after Clayface, Lanterns, and then Man of Tomorrow. But of course, there's still DC Crime, which is in the works, which is a Jimmy Olsen series, and a recently announced Mr. Terrific series.
Mr. Terrific.
Yeah. DC Studios, however, has other challenges looming larger than Supergirl's failure or the villainy of Brainiac. Who's writing this article? They're killing it with these references.
Right?
Are you kidding me?
They know what's up.
They do.
Yeah. Probably talking about Tangent Comics in the next paragraph.
They don't mention that thing that only you know about.
That's a shame.
It's a crime.
Okay.
It's a damn shame.
I didn't write this article, confirmed.
Yeah. There are anxieties over David Allison's Paramount upcoming acquisition of Warner Brothers. We've talked about this to death, but if you don't know, Paramount is buying Warner Brothers with billions of dollars that Paramount's dad is investing.
And how much are we getting? $0.
$0.
Yeah, we should get some from Paramount's dad.
I think we should. I think we'd be happy to.
Dad
And perhaps the biggest challenge ahead for Gunn and Safran may be guiding a superhero studio right, as superhero movies are no longer a bulletproof genre for moviegoers.
Bulletproof.
Which is certainly true.
Bulletproof monk.
Here's one studio head that was quoted. Gen Z does not care about superhero movies. That genre belongs to the millennials. Ouch. As a Hufflepuff, that hurts my feelings.
Oh, no.
No, I give a fuck.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Very interesting. Discuss? Question mark?
Discussed.
Should we? Discussed also? Question mark?
For sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of discussed.
I think this DCU was far from over.
Yeah.
It could be. Because I think if you look at the output outside of Supergirl, it's pretty solid.
Yeah. And there's also more column inches and more sound bites in saying this thing's over and it's a disaster.
Yeah.
But whereas, like, again, when we talk about the MCU, Iron Man, good movie.
Yep.
Incredible Hulk, people are like, this is over.
Yeah.
Then it got legs.
Then it got Iron Man 2, and it wasn't as good, but it made a lot of money.
That's right.
So, yeah. But I do think they are facing a world where people do not care about superhero movies as much.
That's true.
And also, people can't tell the difference between Superman and Iron Man and what universes everybody's in or whatever.
They're better at it now, though, I think.
I think they are, but also I don't think people really care. Like, I think people
they just want it to want it to be good, exactly.
People want good movies.
They don't care if it's connected to the previous one necessarily, as long as it's a good, fun time at the movies.
Nobody wants Homework Man.
Homework Man?
Does he help you with your homework or does he bring you homework?
I think he brings you homework.
Fuck.
He's not figured
Does
it
he
out.
come and get it back and mark it and then let
He
you know?
might,
that
but he said he'll come back later. And so you're like, God, if he'd just given me a deadline, that'd be less stressful.
It would
But
be.
the fact that he's not said that, do I do it now? Do I wait for the weekend? You know?
I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it
What's
either.
he going to do? Kill me,
Yeah,
maybe?
Yeah. He doesn't have any power over me.
He might, though.
He might, though, yeah.
Yeah. I've talked about this. Fuck homework.
You have talked about it.
I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's busy work. Again, it gets people ready for the workforce so they go home and their boss can call them and be like, hey, can you...
Is he in trouble? Is he in trouble?
Yeah.
He's calling from the phone in obsession. He's in hell. Hey, man, what's up? Hey, I'm...
I need you to come in earlier. Should have picked up.
Yeah.
Should have said I was in bed.
Yeah.
But it was 6:38. He would have known.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, as far as the DCU goes, it's going to take some time. Little girl in the middle. After all, everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right.
But it might not be all right.
It might be all right. Might not be all right.
I don't know. We'll see how we go.
But don't forget James Gunn. Hey, now you're an all-star,
Yeah,
etc.
etc. I don't think Anna Noguera is going to get any more writing gigs for a while.
Interesting.
Even though I don't think this is her fault, I think if anything, it would fall to the director.
Yeah.
I guess, and because it also seems that
Can we start blaming Millie Alcock?
yes,
Can we blame her?
Definitely.
Yeah, let's blame her.
She's become the new Brie Larson because she was like, I don't know, maybe Supergirl's bisexual, and people are like, you should fucking kill yourself.
This is why I'm not seeing this movie. You weren't going to see it. You weren't going to see it before.
Also, nobody's seeing it.
So, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Because that's the thing as well. Because what it is
it's so fucking spiteful.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's so sad and disgusting.
And it's the idea is what they do. And they're like, well, she should have been better media trained, blah, blah, blah. But what is happening is you get put on this multi-week promotional tour and everybody's exhausted and everybody's doing novelty, eating chicken wings and whatever and all this sort of stuff and playing games. And then they just approach them sleep deprived. I mean, obviously, it must be nice to be bloody rich.
Easy.
But they approach them when they are vulnerable and ask them a question that has an answer that can be construed in a bunch of different ways for sound bites that are controversial, and then everybody who has a financial stake in getting people upset is just like, well, she said this and this is the reason why you shouldn't see the movie. You should be mad about it or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, but I don't know. It's because of the death of just sitting down on one of those boring 1970s talk shows where somebody just shows up and talks for an hour. But Orson Welles is there, Exactly, yeah.
He was Galvatron. No, he wasn't. He was Unicron.
I say more Josh Horowitz.
I agree.
And the guy from BBC One.
Yeah, whoever that is.
I don't know his name. I'll look it up. And you'll be like, I know that guy.
Yeah, I know him. I've seen him before, I'll say. Anyway, the movies fail.
Yeah.
But there'll be more movies.
Not my movies.
Nah, your movies would all be good.
Yeah.
Should we move on to a segment of the show?
Let me... Hang on.
Oh, my God, Mason.
I'm
You're looking up Tangerine Comics or whatever?
Yeah, I'm Googling Tangerine Comics.
Tangerine
I Googled BBC radio interview guy, but it's come up with that guy who accidentally did a BBC interview. Remember that guy?
No.
He was mistakenly interviewed on live television in place of another guy called Guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Guy Goma?
Yes.
Who was he supposed to be?
I don't know. I can't remember.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, Ali Plum.
Ali Plum, there it is.
Yeah.
I knew he had a name.
I'm sure he's relieved to hear that he has a real name.
Does he say, I'm going to plumb the depths of this celebrity's
I don't think
psyche?
he said that. What's his favourite podcast?
Ours?
We don't actually know.
Okay.
We don't know any plumbing-related podcasts.
Oh, I see, right. I see where you're going with that. If you're listening, Ali Plumb, your catchphrase should be, I'm going to plumb the depths of this celebrity's psyche.
Whether they like it or not.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Topic. So, adaptations of comic books, Mason.
Never heard of them.
Often they're...
Good?
It's often they're...
Bad.
That's right.
That's right.
We talked about Supergirl last week.
Did we?
Yes.
Okay.
For me, it felt like a watered-down version of the comic it was based on. They changed the ending for the worse. They took out the horse. All things that I think the movie were to the movie's detriment.
Yes.
I would have put all of that stuff in.
We're probably going to spoil some stuff here. We're probably going to spoil Supergirl if you haven't seen Supergirl yet, and we know you haven't.
Yeah.
You just haven't. Something that I forgot to mention last week. I was going to bring it up, and I made a big point about going to bring it up, but then I forgot.
Yeah.
In the original comic book version, Cream, the villain, Cream of the Yellow Snow, he isn't a spacefaring guy.
No.
And so he steals Supergirl's spaceship and goes into space. But in the movie, they had to... He's already in a band of brigands with a spaceship. So in order to have him steal Supergirl's spaceship and have her without a spaceship to use, what they do is they have it so when Cream goes and invades Ruthie's house and kills her brother, her dad goes under the table, the kitchen table, and he pushes a button and it fires a landmine out of the lawn and blows the ship up.
Could have done that when it landed.
What a stupid home defense system. Why would that be a thing?
Also, he should have done it when it landed.
Yeah, of course you should have. Yeah. Just give it a whirl then.
Maybe he couldn't.
But like, you know how people in the US, they're like prepped for home invasion. So there's like a gun at the door and a gun under their bed or whatever. Like they don't have a button under their kitchen table that blows up a bunch of bombs in their front yard.
Not yet.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's a good idea though.
It is a great idea. Yeah.
Cream. What was he thinking?
Also, nothing. Evidently.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't want to harp on about Supergirl because we already did that last week.
Don't want to beat a dead super horse. Which
Absolutely.
wasn't in the movie, by the way.
Wasn't even in the movie. I didn't even see it.
Here's one.
Yeah.
How do you feel about in Tim Burton? We're going all the way back.
Whoa.
Tim Burton's Batman 1989. instead of the killer of Bruce Wayne's parents being
Few
a man,
people have brought
a
this
man
up,
named
yeah.
Joe Chill or just a random guy. It's specifically Jack Napier who then grows up to become the Joker. How do you feel about
Because
that?
Batman throws him into the acid.
Throws him into the acid.
I think it only works in that version.
Uh-huh.
And I like the idea. I'm sure we've talked about it before.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a worse origin story. I like the idea of and they've also retconned this, of he never finds out who it is.
Yep.
And he never gets justice, which is why he's doing what he's doing.
I like the idea of the original, or the version where it's a man named Joe Chill, and which I think is in the Nolan version, or it's somebody goes to prison for it.
Yeah.
But the
that's true. In the Nolan version, he does.
But the idea of and then over the various, the many years we've seen the repercussions on him, and we've seen the repercussions. I think he has a daughter, and there's a story about that and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I guess you could be like, well, this guy killed the Wayne's parents, and that got him a lot of notoriety in the underworld, and that's why he becomes Jack Palance's number one guy.
Isn't that what happened in the movie Joker? Sort of.
Oh my god!
Well, that was just a guy in a Joker.
But mask. I don't like. I'd prefer it to be a random guy or Joe Chill.
Yeah.
But I do like the idea that some people have floated that Batman just thinks whoever he's facing at that given moment is the guy that killed his
That's
parents.
what gets him.
Because he's gone insane.
Yeah.
Like he's been insane.
Do you
for a
think
long time.
he literally thinks that, or he's using that as a motivation, or you don't care?
I think in any given moment he thinks that the person he's facing, some random guy on the rooftop or whatever, or the penguin or whatever.
That's kind of like Memento.
Yes.
Slight spoilers for the movie Memento, I guess.
Batmanto.
Christopher Nolan. The username said, I personally prefer having Joker kill Batman's parents as it makes their connection stronger and more personal. IMO.
But then doesn't that result in every subsequent movie he doesn't have a strong personal connection to the villain?
Because he already killed the Joker.
He killed the Joker.
Tied him to a helicopter or whatever he did,
And I think again, not to critique a movie that I loved as a child, and still holds up on a number of levels, but it would make more sense then to not kill the Joker.
Yeah.
Because then he would have an ongoing villain. But of course, back in the day, they had to kill
He was going to come back in a fear gas.
He was going to come back in a fear gas thing. In a very expensive fear gas incident, yeah.
We've talked about this, Mason. A few people bring it up here. Vincent in particular says one of the worst changes is
Vincent Chase?
Yes.
Okay.
Is no giant alien squid in Watchmen. And one of the best is no giant alien squid in Watchmen. Talked about this before in the movie The Watchmen. At the end.
It's just called Watchmen.
It's just called Watchmen. Instead of doing a giant squid that Adrian Veidt teleports into the center of Manhattan under the ruse of that it's actually an interdimensional beast that's come to kill people in Earth.
A scout device from an invading alien force.
But it's
it will
already
therefore
dead.
unite the world against this upcoming alien threat. Yes.
They say it was one of the Blue Man groups, Dr. Manhattan.
That's exactly right, yeah.
And which and again, I think I understand why they took it out. I understand because it's another level of ridiculousness to what's a fairly grounded-ish story, where there's only one superhuman character, and it is Dr. Manhattan. And so I wouldn't say I prefer it.
Yep.
But I understand why they did it, because then you'd have to be, why did they put a squid in the... what's
why and I think a lot of people would be like, why is it specifically a squid?
Yeah.
I think people would leave the cinema being like, is that relevant? Like, if it was just like a generic, like a big, like a generic monster kind of creature, like a Godzilla kind of thing, I think people would be like, oh, it's a ruse because it's a big monster. But I think because it's a squid, people will be like, why a squid though?
Yeah. And I guess the idea is that you want to make it something kind of extraterrestrial and you couldn't tie it to any one particular
But you'd be
thing.
like, a squid, is it from the sea? Are we being invaded by the sea?
Is this the seaman?
Is it the seaman?
Well,
is it Seaman from the video game Seaman?
It might be. Speaking of, Penelope says, first of all, I want
what do you mean speaking of? This better tie.
This is about
close.
Watchmen.
Okay.
I may be the only wife who loves the podcast and my husband doesn't listen. He does, however, get me a Patreon membership for my birthday so he doesn't hate the pod. Nice. But she said, my husband is a big comic book guy. And
we'll take his hater money.
Yeah, his comments are, the HBO Regina King Watchmen series for taking a classic comic book that has already been adapted a few times and turning into something new and meaningful without destroying the source material. And although the show was far from perfect, we both loved Tatiana Maslany's portrayal of She-Hulk and the show for breaking the fourth wall in a really fun way.
Agreed.
And also my husband totally agreed with the poster who said how disappointing The Spirit was. So yeah, somebody mentioned The Spirit, a movie we haven't seen all
I've
the
seen
way through.
Some of The Spirit.
Same. I think we did that together.
And we gave up, yes.
Yeah. The interesting in the Watchmen TV show, they bring back the squid.
Yeah.
Because that's a sequel to the comic and not the
The movie, that's correct, yes. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I also think that show is really good.
There have been some interesting updates of the Watchmen universe. We've talked about...
There's a Rorschach comic.
There is. There's a Tom
after
King Rorschach.
or before Watchmen or whatever. Yeah.
Doomsday Clock, which is half a good Watchmen sequel, and then it just turns to crap.
What if Superman fought Dr. Manhattan?
Big. It'd be big.
It would be big, wouldn't it?
Would it be big? All right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
but why not use Dr. Manhattan as a single use universe reset
easy
device?
And then you blame it all on him.
Yeah.
He did the New 52 or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just to quickly get back to the Watchmen movie.
Yeah. God, you're obsessed.
I think it's a good...
They should remake the movie Obsession, but you're obsessed with the movie Watchmen.
Maybe I could remake it and make $300 million.
I think you could.
Obsession, of course, not Watchmen. I think, first of all, for an unadaptable fucking thing, they could never get any sequels or adaptation.
Yeah.
It's just, it is now.
Yeah.
But I think they made a good in-universe reason. Like, by changing it to Dr. Manhattan, I think it works. Yeah. Yeah. Good.
I think good also. Jake has said changing the Secret Invasion story from every Marvel character to just Nick Fury, Rhodey, and a few other randos was definitely
I want to bring this up. It's awful.
It never should have been done.
No.
I'm sure when it was announced, I'm like, ooh, Secret Invasion, that's cool.
That could be
but
cool.
Again,
You could put some characters in it.
You can't afford them.
You can put Martin Freeman and Maria Hill and...
I don't even think Martin Freeman was in it.
Is he not at the start where he's a fake Skrull?
I think you're thinking of Black Panther too.
I think at the start they kill a fake Martin Freeman.
Maybe they do. Oh, no, you're right, they do. They do.
I might be wrong.
No, you're correct. I remember that now. It's in an alley. Okay, that's good stuff. But again, like, the thing about it is that it was, in retrospect, they couldn't have done it. Because the fun of that is to be like, here's every superhero, which ones are Skrulls? That was the plot. The plot of the original Secret Invasion is that the Skrulls, the shape-shifting villains, gained the ability to perfectly replicate various heroes, abduct them.
And some had done it for years.
Yeah, and some
which they did with just Rhodey.
Yeah, some had. Yeah, so the thing about Skrulls is they can transform into other people, but they can't replicate their powers. But then they developed a method where if they abducted the hero, they could sort of tap into their powers and copy it. So
they could use their mind.
They could use their mind.
Is this in the comic or the show?
This is in the comic. So so then they,
because they do a similar
thing. Yeah,
right?
So then it became, finally they gained the ability to have perfect infiltration, and then some of them had, like you said, had been embedded in the universe for years. Some had their memories erased, so they were like sleeper agents. They didn't even know that they were Skrulls.
Yeah.
They thought they were the real guy, and then they sort of got activated. But the problem there is, of course, you can't bring in every starring character from the Marvel movies and reveal that some are Skrulls, because you cannot afford to do that.
Absolutely.
Especially for a show that people probably weren't going to watch, and evidently they didn't watch.
It would have to be an espionage kind of movie with, $300 million put into it.
Yeah.
You'd basically have to do the Civil War version of that, which they did not do. Well, Civil War, there's an example of something, Mason.
Oh, yes. I've heard of it.
I mean, Civil War, the movie, isn't so much Civil War as just 12 people fighting an airport.
Correct, yes.
Like the Civil War comic is this whole story arc about the registration of superheroes and whatever, and the implications of that, and Captain America and his team go into hiding for like a really long time, and at the end he just goes, I don't want to fight anymore.
Well, too bad you're shot. You're dead. You're dead, idiot, for a while. You're going to be dead that's your punishment for this, is you're going to be dead for a while.
You're dead for a bit, yeah. So I think, and that was also like when the MCU was still obviously, it hadn't even hit its peak yet.
Yes.
But it did, like, I would have liked to have seen at least the Netflix characters be involved in that.
Yeah,
in that movie, and I also understand why they didn't now, because now we know that they were separate entities.
I mean, I think what we're going to see here a lot emerging is the idea that the reason that a lot of this stuff works in comic books and doesn't work in live action is because you have to pay all the characters.
Yeah.
But not in the comics. In the comics, they're free to use.
You just wait till they die and then use their likeness.
That's true, isn't it?
Or kill them and use their likeness.
It's true, isn't it?
Yep. I think they tried to do that with Jeremy Renner. They tried to run him over with a snowplow, didn't they?
They did.
To use his likeness. Is that true? So they could use him cheaper in the Hawkeye TV series?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is
That's
true.
what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying is true.
Because I'm not saying that.
Yeah. How could they fix Secret Invasion? They could have just made it a different... They could have... I mean...
You don't
call it Secret Invasion?
It's not Secret Invasion.
You call it Nick Fury's big secret agent adventure.
Nick Fury knows...
His S.
Nick Fury knows something's up.
Nick Fury knows something's up, you could call it. And then
it also
on
took
the poster, he's like, and there's a question mark over his head.
It also takes all the mystery about like why he is who he is, and because he just has a bunch of Skrulls everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his network, is it?
Yeah.
Interesting. Remember when he goes and gets his eye patch back or whatever?
His special eye patch. Wow, his spy patch, his special eye patch.
Then at the end, two
spy patch.
Yes, two Skrulls use all their different arms that their mutant arms to attack each other.
It could have been called Nick Fury Knows Something Up, and he's pretty sure it's about different arms. An arms deal. It's about an arms deal.
Also, from that,
I haven't seen an arms deal like this since Iran Contra. He could say.
Wow, very good.
Yeah.
He also didn't know anything. You realize about that character that he didn't know anything.
It was just all his network of spies.
Yeah. Scott Handsome says, look, I don't love the entirety of the show, but I've seen a lot of people argue that The Boys is miles above the source material. And from what I've read and seen of seasons 1 to 4, I'd have to agree.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Yeah, I mean, I
didn't exactly stick the landing, but
I would say, generally speaking, I am a fan of everything Garth Ennis has written, but I would say The Boys is my least favorite because it is the meanest and the grossest and the most unpleasant. But there are some high points to it. But
what?
Yeah,
name one.
Punching.
Was Martin Freeman in it?
Martin Freeman's not in it, to the best of my knowledge, but he might be because a guy who looks an awful lot like Simon Pegg is in it.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe there's a Martin Freeman analog in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Getting horrible things done to him.
Yeah, I think especially earlier on, it was also came up in an era where, because like the MCU was the biggest thing. Like it started in 2019 or whenever it did. Yeah. And the MCU was again, like cresting, if you will. So it was like subverting the
Before it was crestfallen.
Thank you. It was subverting the idea behind all these superpowered characters.
Yeah.
Where now we've had just like 8 years or whatever. Of like just a lot of that, even within the MCU. So it's not very interesting when they're like, oh, this guy's just like Donald Trump. That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing about The Boys, unfortunately, is that it has gone from, oh, this is much better than the source material, to general public, including us, turning on it and being like, boy, this did not end well.
Yeah.
And so I think in the long run it's going to be compared roughly to the same level as the comic book. Like it's got some high points, but also
brutal.
Some of it is quite bad. And yeah, like at the end, they were just like, what if Homelander was more like Trump every day? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Can you believe that Homelander said something and Trump also said a similar thing? I can actually. Yeah.
I can believe that, yeah. Yeah. Again, if they'd ended it at season 3, I think people would be like, Homeland is one of the greatest superhero villains, one of the greatest villains on TV or film or whatever. But the fact that if I open the Reddit app, there's often like random posts from all over the place, and every time I see one from r/The Boys, it's like, why didn't Homelander just do this? Like it's just the discourse.
Did it get stupid up? Yeah, probably.
The discourse has largely died, like it did with Game of Thrones. Like when the thing ended, people were just like, "We're not talking about this anymore." But every The Boys post I see is somebody just being like, "Why did he get so stupid? And why didn't he? This sucks."
I also think with that you can make the argument that he did become more isolated and paranoid, and he was never an intelligent man to begin with, and everybody who was around him would just agree with whatever he thought.
I would say that, but also I think if you just go back, if you say that now, but I reckon if you went back to like episode 1, season 1 of The Boys, you'd be like, oh, he's
I agree with you on that also.
But again, I think it's a lazy crutch to be like, that person went insane. The reason everything fell apart went insane, or like the same thing with the character of Sage. Well, why does her plans keep falling apart? Well, that's actually part of her plan all along. It's actually part of her plan all along.
That's what Khan would do also from Star Trek, probably.
Khan would do that.
Yeah, and Thrawn.
Thrawn.
God, what if Khan and Thrawn met somewhere?
What if Khan and Thrawn?
And they did a team up, or they had to fight each other or whatever.
Yep.
You're on board?
No. No.
You said yep, though.
It's not a comic book adaptation, so I'm not on board.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
do you have one then?
Ethan has pointed out the movie Wanted, which is not the worst of generic action movies that exist. It is not the worst one, but it is far and away, if people are not familiar with it,
it's not even close.
It is far and away the least accurate adaptation of any comic book ever, I think. If there's a more inaccurate adaptation of a comic book I've yet to. I guess the only ones would be when sometimes you just watch a movie and somebody goes, "Oh, that's based on a comic book," and you're like, "I've never even heard of that."
Yeah, what are you talking about?
But so if you haven't seen, the movie Wanted is about a pathetic worm of a man played by James McAvoy who.
Mason, are you sure you weren't looking at a mirror? Go on.
I might have been looking at a mirror. I am always looking at a mirror. But it is, and his life sucks, and he works at a job that he sucks, and nobody respects him. But then it turns out his father was part of a league of assassins, and they have such incredible skill that they can like fire a gun and have the bullet curve in midair.
How do you do that though?
With
Because what magic is real, or that particular thing is real.
Matrix focus or whatever.
Oh yeah,
right. And then
but there's not like a magic loom that tells you who to shoot or anything.
There is a magic loom.
Wait a minute.
The magic loom.
I haven't even seen this movie.
The magic loom is also new. There's a magic loom. The League of Assassins, they kill people based on a magic loom
that Morgan Freeman reads.
That looms out bits of quilt or whatever that tells people who to kill to sustain order in the world or whatever. But it turns out Morgan Freeman, he hacked the loom.
He did a loom hack.
How
did they get to magic loom?
I don't know. That's
is
the new
there
part.
something like that in the comic that I can't
No, there's
remember?
not at all. That's brand new. So so people will probably not remember, but the comic book is based on is also called Wanted. It's written by Mark Miller.
It's got some good ideas in it.
But the premise is that it's about a disgusting, filthy worm of a man that nobody respects, and he's got a job
Mason,
that
are you
sucks.
sure I wasn't looking at a mirror?
We were both looking at a mirror. We were both looking at a mirror that, to be clear, was not a funhouse mirror. It was a regular mirror.
Oh,
We just
man.
saw ourselves.
Oh, man.
But he's a filthy worm, but he looks like Eminem.
Yes.
Because it's one of those ones where the artist was a notorious tracer.
Yep. And also they're probably like, we could probably get Eminem for this.
So, but then he learns that it's the world of the world used to be a world of superheroes.
It was cool and good, and there was Spider-Man or whatever.
Exactly, like capes and costumes and superpowers and all this sort of stuff. And
they've filtered into like public consciousness through like
but his father was a supervillain specifically with the power. He was a super assassin, so he could curve bullets in midair.
Bang!
That was his power, but there are people who can, fly and shoot lasers and all the standard superhero kind of power. And the idea was that some years ago, all the supervillains teamed up and they defeated all the heroes, and then they combined their powers and they altered reality so nobody remembers that it was ever a world like that. And that's why the world sucks and is dull and boring. Because
it's also the story
of
of Old Man Logan, which Mark Millar also wrote.
Oh, it is too, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so, but they have the secret society of supervillains have recruited him because they're like, well, you probably have the same powers, and we need
Halle Berry to teach.
We need Halle Berry's also there. We need you to redress the balance because all our evil alliances are ending or whatever. And so what they did when they adapted it is clearly they went, well, this is too much and it'll be really expensive, and we have to build hundreds of super villain costumes and do a bunch of visual effects or whatever. So they're just like, we'll just do the bullet curving thing. We can do it for everybody. Everybody can have bullet curving powers. It's fine.
Does he need a costume?
And we'll add a loom. No, there's no
he has a costume in the video game.
Yeah.
Which is an adaptation of both, sort of. Yeah.
But again,
I don't think it's a very good movie.
No, it's not really.
Yeah.
And again, I run hot and cold on Mark Miller, and again, a lot of his stuff from that era is very mean, and that character is awful. Like he's one of the worst characters in.
Yeah, he's doing all sorts of sexual assaults on celebrities and bragging about it.
Exactly, but there is a. It's interesting.
It is,
it came back as well. The universe was sort of was restarted recently,
and it was all merged with Kick-Ass.
All of Mark Miller's properties got merged together.
Yep, and bought by Netflix and then killed.
Yeah, it's good. But anyway, please email in if you can think of a less accurate adaptation.
I mean, I think if you look at like early like serialized adaptations of like Captain America and Batman and Superman or whatever, they just do whatever.
Yeah, it's like I'm sure, is there a Captain America where he doesn't have a shield? He just has a gun?
He doesn't have a shield, he has a gun. We've talked about it years ago. Also, like we more recently talked about the original Superman serial, and there's no comic book supervillains in it.
Oh, that's right.
At all.
Yeah.
There's like a dude who has a metal sperm helmet.
And speaking about Superman, how do you feel about the fact that Superman's parents in the new Superman movie are jerks?
I mean, it's fine, I guess.
Because that's the sort of tertiary piece of information about the Superman mythos that is always changing.
Yeah,
like when people go, oh, didn't they send Kal-El to Earth to be a savior and blah, blah, blah. They invented that pretty much for the Richard Donner movies because they wanted to add...
They were just like, we'll chuck him somewhere.
Yeah, and...
We need somewhere where people won't point at him.
And I think they were like, I reckon they were probably like, Marlon Brando kind of wants to be like a savior figure kind of thing. So let's add that and he'll like that kind of thing. But like prior to that, they just send, the elves just sent him to Earth because it was convenient.
Yeah.
And sometimes he's a savior in the comic book, sometimes he's not. And, this is just, sometimes the House of El are a bunch of jerks.
Yeah.
Sometimes Jor-El is showing up on Earth and he's like, I'm back and because of time or whatever, and now I'm evil.
He does that in Smallville all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I guess I would like to see it like fleshed out more. It's weird that David Krumholtz in Supergirl is like...
Nami Crummy.
It's weird that my brother wants Superman to take over the Earth, but don't you do that.
Yeah. You should go there, though.
Yeah, because
Will
sometimes
there be
he's
conflict?
the
I
villain.
don't know. Yeah.
Sometimes he's the villain.
He's sometimes the villain, yeah.
So, yeah.
I think, I don't know.
What I do like about it, and I think you could do this without making his parents like, get a harem of women. You could...
that's probably the weird... That's probably the phrasing.
Where Superman makes the decision to do that, like, regardless, and his parents on Earth are the ones who instilled that value in him.
Yeah.
So he's doing it because he chooses to, not because he feels obligated to do it.
Yeah.
I like that aspect of it. The harem bit is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesse says, and I like this one I want.
Jesse from Toy Story?
Yes. Jesse Lopez says, from Toy Story. The best changes I can think of come from Batman the Animated Series. The change of Mr. Freeze's backstory about the creation of Harley Quinn, the addition of the grapple gun to Batman's gadgets. I think that's from
Batman 89.
Batman 89.
It is, yeah.
But yeah, totally. Like Batman the Animated Series is like the gold standard of adapting something and then adding stuff.
Absolutely,
to it, which became just known Batman stuff that everybody accepts.
And again, the original Mr. Freeze or Mr. Zero, as he was back in the olden days, was just like a completely generic guy.
Yeah.
And that's the reason he's in the 1960s Batman series, because they were like, we just need a series of villains who are just harmless and kind of silly. And
what if we had a cold guy?
What if we had a cold guy and a King Tutankhamun guy and a whatever guy?
Is he cold too? No, he's Egyptian.
I mean, he doesn't have a shirt on.
Does he have a big sand hourglass or something? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Him or another guy.
Let's put that in the background. Who cares?
Who
Yeah. So to bring
cares?
to and I think post that series, a bunch of those characters were not being used, and so to add a bit of gravitas and a bit of
the
depth to
design alone as well.
Yeah.
It's interesting that in Batman and Robin they're like, let's take this character and make him much worse.
100%. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just even design wise.
I mean, there's been comic book adaptations of that design that I think are better. Like he's in like the mech suit.
From like the you mean since
then? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah.
But I like a kind of somewhere in the middle where he's got that kind of 1950s fishbowl helmet vibe, but he is also like super strong and dangerous.
Clank.
Yeah. If people have ever read Gotham Central, which is a series set around the Gotham Police Department dealing with there's a Mr. Freeze storyline in that that's pretty good.
He beats up a bunch of people, cops and whatever.
Yeah, he freezes them.
No, they die.
Yeah.
So
you have read it.
Yeah.
You've read that quote from Jim Gordon.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, they die. Oh, no, they die. And again, like the absolute staying power of Harley Quinn to take that character who was just, if I remember, we've probably talked about this, but she exists because they wrote a scene where the Joker was going to jump out of a cake to surprise some people and then do a crime on them or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's not very dignified for the Joker to jump out of a cake. We'll have an underling jump out of the cake.
That's dignified.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they created Harley Quinn. And
they even hinted like the Harley Quinn Poison Ivy like relationship in that show and whatever, which it wasn't explicit, and they probably didn't even mean anything really by it. We've talked about it probably, but
they're best friends.
That's become a whole thing.
That they're best friends.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
They're best friends and roommates.
Garrett says worse, Thanos not being motivated by being a psycho in love with death. So for the movies, because he's just about resource management in the movies. I don't hate that.
Yeah, okay,
to
right.
be honest. Yeah.
Look, I think I would rather it be him in love with death.
Yeah,
because there's a moment again at the end of the Avengers
where he goes to cheat death, something to court death.
Court death, yeah. To fight these guys with to court death, and he's like, sounds sexy.
Sounds something I would.
Yum for me.
Deadpool doesn't steal my girl.
But again, I guess then you have to cast death and
and they did. Aubrey Plaza played her.
Oh yeah.
You could just do it.
You could just do it now, I guess.
Doesn't Deadpool date her in the comics as well?
Probably.
But
also the thing, as I'm sure people have pointed out, but if Thanos were to just, destroy half of the population of the universe, they'd just come back pretty soon.
Yeah.
It'd be a waste. What are you going to be snapping all day? You can't. It'd wreck you.
Wreck your brain and your mind.
Yeah, exactly.
And your spirit.
Yeah.
Garrett also says...
Just add resources to the universe, Thanos, you idiot.
Just double
you
it.
stupid idiot.
He's not about resource management. We've talked about it.
You know what they should have done? They just should have added a line where somebody goes, why doesn't he just double the resources? And they could be like, well, it doesn't work like that. He can only do the snappy snap.
It goes one way.
Yeah.
You can subtract, you cannot add.
Yeah. Also, the idea that it's just numerous action sequences in those movies trying to stop a big purple man from snapping his fingers. I don't think he really needs to snap the fingers. I think you just think about it.
I think he has to snap his fingers.
I guess he does, yeah.
It's like lighting a match, Mason, but for turning people into dust. Garrett said the best is turning Peacemaker into a character people like. That is true.
Again, the idea, there are always fans of some B-list character. And again, I liked the Vigilante, the original, the second Vigilante, Adrian Chase, in the comic books. I had a collection. I might even still have a couple. I like that character, but nobody cares about that character. They tried to reboot him like 6 times, and it never worked, and it never stuck. And he died in like 1989, and they never brought him back.
Oh,
so they brought him back in Purgatory.
Oh,
yeah. But it's fine. Don't worry about it.
You okay with it?
I'm sure there are some people that are really mad about it. But I'm also sure that some people were like, "Oh, the Vigilante, he's a cool character on the show. I'll read his comic books. Oh, these are dark.
Yeah,
these are dark.
He's not fun. He's not Freddie Stormare.
He's not fun.
Or whoever played him briefly before Freddie Stormare.
Yeah, Eddie Stormare.
Eddie Stormare. God, what else have you got, Mason? What are your thoughts that you have? Or
Ashbeal says The Mask.
Okay, yeah.
Which, of course, was a very family...
The Mask is due for a gritty reboot.
It's not going to work, though.
That's a retelling of the comic, but nobody sees it.
Nobody sees it, and it's going to be bad. Maybe it won't be bad, but people are like, this isn't what I signed up for. We didn't sign up for anything.
They would only greenlight The Mask again.
Greenlight The Mask.
If Jim Carrey came back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's true, actually. Because...
And they would just do the version of that.
Because the original is... It's not... It's kid-friendly. There's I guess there's some risque stuff, and some people get
with a big hammer
shot to death and
get something stuck up their ass.
Yeah, they get a muffler inserted in themselves and whatever. But it's mostly kid friendly and fun. And there was, of course, it was kid friendly enough that there was an animated series which was even more kid friendly.
And didn't the original Stanley Ipkiss die in like a police shootout or something?
No, his girlfriend shoots him in the head.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
And then there's multiple masks.
Yeah, Stanley Ipkiss only really survived. He only goes through the original. Pretty much every Mask series and limited series post that is a different person.
He's not always doing the Cuban rumba stuff.
No, but he does do that
often.
Much? No, he does it once, and then then in the movie
there's imagery taken from that is in the movie.
Yes, exactly. In the movie he's Stanley Ipkiss is being pursued by the police, and he does the Cuban Peter Rumba, and they all get in a conga line, and then as they're all being enraptured by the power of the dance, he runs away. But in the comic, he kills them all with a flamethrower after that. So it's different. And it's mean. But that's the thing. It's like a Crow remake or whatever. People have such an image of the original in their minds.
Yeah.
People even if it is more accurate to the original, if they do
a
horribly dark one where this agent of chaos is murdering all these people, people are like, this isn't what I remember. Well, yeah.
This isn't Jamie Kennedy.
This isn't the Jamie Kennedy experience I know and love.
Yeah.
This isn't Dak Shepard's podcast. They're the same guy.
He sits down and he goes, hey.
Yeah.
I got thoughts. I got feelings. Men have depression too.
Well, he's wrong.
Matthew says...
Men are fine. Men are fine.
Men are fine.
Say it with me. Men are fine. Men are fine. Men are fine.
Matthew says... Best, making Blade a half vampire man. True. That was done, so people might not know this.
Worst, not making him British.
Agreed. So for the movie version of Blade, they change a bunch of stuff, including they don't make him British, they make him American, and they give him all the powers, but none of the weaknesses of a vampire.
Yeah.
The comic book is, which they end up doing later.
Yeah.
And he gets bitten by Morbius.
He does get bitten by Morbius, correct, yes. Well.
But he's just a guy who's impervious to vampires.
Yeah, he can't be turned into a vampire. Yeah, that's why
they can still kill him.
They can just beat him up.
He's just a guy. And he had a big disco collar.
He did have a big disco collar.
Because the costume was also the movie, right? Or was there a later adaptation of that?
No, I'm pretty sure it was pretty much disco collar all the way down the line until he got turned into the movie character.
Yeah, man. That's cool.
Zachary says, best organic web shooters.
Yeah, okay.
Divisive.
I can see why you would...
If he says, if all you can do is stick towards your Gecko Man at best. It's true.
Yeah.
It's weird that all the subsequent Spider-Men and everybody else who's been bitten by a radioactive spider gets pretty much exactly spider powers, including organic webs. It's just Peter Parker, comic book Peter Parker, who had to build his own web shooters.
Yeah.
Because again, he was a sticky to walls guy.
He was a sticky, stinky little boy.
Sticky little boy.
He's also we've talked about this, but Peter Parker is much meaner initially.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
And they kind of do a little bit of that because he's arrogant, and which is what gets Uncle Ben killed. But he's...
Also in the movie, he's 30.
Yes. But also after it, also in the comics initially when he gets his powers, and he's still kind of a jerk.
Yeah. Well, then that's how he learns his lesson, isn't
No,
it?
but even after that, I mean.
Oh, even after that. Yeah. Yeah.
But they've kind of walked that back.
He's like, oh, this power, and I still can't get a girl. But then
Man, are fine.
Man, are fine. Yeah.
Travis says best.
Sorry.
Organic web students. Yeah,
I don't. Yeah.
Well, also the Tobey Maguire one nearly had because they CGI'd them out in some shots.
Oh,
like in the
interesting.
room,
Okay,
he's
yeah.
testing out his.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because you need to have him be a genius.
Yeah.
And what else is he gonna? What a genius at sewing a beautiful flamboyant costume.
I wish
Yeah.
that was me looking in a mirror, watching myself sew a beautiful flamboyant costume.
Okay, but how else do you prove he's a genius besides have him build his fantastical web shooters?
He could do, I don't know, science. He could open a book and go, I understand this.
That's true.
I understand this already. This is
Yeah,
easy.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
He could open a pharmacy.
Yeah.
You know?
He could.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and they haven't done any of this in any of the live
There could be a scene where he's like, why do you need that? I just do, all right?
Yeah, but what did the doctor say? Yeah, the doctor, because I have him here with the script, so that's why.
Yeah. I know you understand you shouldn't take 25 of these at once. Yes, I do. Yes. It says once a day on it. Yes, I do know that.
Do you
know we're genius, right?
Do you know
yes.
you have to take, you could take it with water?
I do know that, yes. Yes. Before bed. You take one before bed. I know it says it's a sleeping tablet. I know. So I wouldn't take it as I was getting up. I would. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes, you are a genius.
Organic web shooters. Yeah, I don't mind it. We'll see how they do them in the. Also, I'd say I'd like some. They've never held on to a Peter Parker long enough to see a point where also he could like run a company and function
true.
as an adult or whatever.
Yeah,
they don't
get a grown-up job.
Yeah, they never get to that point. So I'd like to see them get to that point at some point, or just be like Andrew Garfield's back and he runs fucking Oscorp or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly,
His
yeah.
own company. Peter Parker, big hair, cool hair industry guy.
That's right. And you know he's got have you seen his hair recently?
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
There was a
He
moment
looks like an 80s tennis player.
There was a moment where I'm like, it's like it hit that awkward stage of not long enough.
You could do it.
I was thinking about it.
You should do it.
Maybe I will.
Do it.
Maybe I will.
Coward.
Thank you recently for supporting me growing my hair slightly longer, but I did cut all the sides
I
off.
said the sides you've trimmed down, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do it anymore. I woke up one morning and I went, men are fine, I said. Men are fine as I clipped my own hair off. Connor says, I'm going to say MODOK in Quantumania. MODOK, of course,
Wait, best or worst?
Worst. Like, why would you take the most boring, worst written MCU villain and try to just slide him into the role of one of the weirdest characters in the whole Marvel mythos? So he's talking about...
Because he was there and they had an ability to do it. That's why.
Because in the comic books, MODOK is a weapon of war built by AIM.
Yes.
And it is a guy, but really, like, it's a specific man, but it doesn't really matter. Like, if sometimes AIM will just field a bunch of MODOKs.
Yeah.
You know, when they're fighting Iron Man, it's just a bunch of big-headed guys or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, everything in Quantumania was a mistake, I think. Everything.
I'm trying to think of a thing that I liked in that. There isn't anything.
The guy from The Good Place? In a random role?
Even then. Give him a proper fucking role. Yeah.
Agreed.
Robin says, no shade to Batman Forever, but Tommy Lee Jones' Two-Face has got to be one of the worst adaptations of a comic book character ever. Yeah, that sucks. It's bad. It's way too over the top. The makeup is bad. He's not interesting or like...
Now, was Tommy Lee Jones one of those guys who did it for his kids?
He did it for his kids, yeah.
Right.
And I think they were probably like, you're going to be like Jack Nicholson. He probably got a huge cut of that film, I assume. But it's shit.
Yeah.
They're just too... Like, him and Jim Carrey are like, I don't like those two together. They didn't like
each other, yeah.
Either, which is fine.
Or maybe Jim Carrey liked him.
Yeah.
And of course, Billy D. Williams was the original Harvey Dent, but of course gets his in the Batman spin-off comic books from quite recently. He's finally Two-Face.
Yeah, good.
But not him though, because he's retired. Because he did Star Wars.
It's terrible news.
Yeah, it's terrible
all the way down. And Simon, just a quick one from Simon says, in the 90s...
Excuse me?
Simon says,
wow.
In the 90s movie vein, Steel is truly bizarre set of choices. Steel is a hard watch.
Yeah.
And that's such a cool and interesting character that you can only really...
And Shaq's a cool guy.
But that you can only really do at a certain point in the life cycle or death cycle of Superman. And I would love to see an actual adaptation of the death of Superman just to see the reign of the Superman in live action.
which is happening in My Adventures with Superman
Yeah,
to some degree. There's something
They're
like
doing Cyborg Superman and some
Steel
other
has
stuff.
never really been...
They did him in Lois and
but only at the
Superman
end.
or whatever. Superman and
yeah,
Lois.
the Superman and so they've never really done, and that's the version that I want because the Steel debuted, as a man who was inspired by Superman because he was a former weapons designer and he changed his ways, and then when Superman dies, he builds the Steel suit, and the original design, I think probably Dan Jurgens, I'm going to look it up.
Primo.
It's great. Like the all steel with the riveted Superman logo and the cape on it. That's
all that stuff.
And he can fly, and he's got the rivet gun and the giant hammer and all that sort of stuff. That is...
And the movie is terrible.
It is terrible.
Doesn't do any of that properly. Doesn't even have the S.
Yeah, he needs the S.
Yeah.
And again, subsequently, when he got his solo series, they took the S off for whatever reason. I think probably because they were like, well, you don't want him to be... Superman's back, you don't want him to be derivative. And they just ran a bunch of stuff. He got superpowers briefly and a bunch of other stuff. But
I think of that Death and then Return of Superman run. That post-Superman Death stuff is way more interesting than the stuff leading up to the Doomsday.
Okay.
Just the idea of Superman being gone and these 4 people showing up and the world reacting to that. Yeah.
But in Superman and Lois...
he's from another dimension.
He's from another dimension, and it is John Henry Irons again, but it is just sort of, it's a Halo suit. He looks like John Halo from Halo.
He does that actual, like, the steel helmet with the, like, the riveted face or whatever. It's really
That's
cool.
If I remember correctly, unless this is a fan art, he's in the proper one with the cape and the logo last frame of the series.
Yeah, okay, right.
And it's not good.
I remember seeing him, like an image of him in the suit, but it might have been something they cut out or whatever. I still got to watch all that show.
Okay, Steel was created by Louise Simonson and artist John Bogdanove.
Oh!
Great design. John Bogdanove, brilliant. And Louise,
You've
well
done
done. Terrific stuff. Man. Yeah.
I hate to say this, but we got to actually move it along.
Let's
We've been
move it
doing
along.
nearly 40 minutes on this. I could talk about this forever, but we can't.
We'll come back another time.
We probably won't. But we should.
We'll forget. Like, remember when we did defunct superhero comic book universes?
And then we came back to it?
Publishers, we never came back to it. We should. We'd have to remember which ones we covered last time.
And then
if somebody could give us a list of those,
and then
we'll
have to be
cover
a
the rest.
lull in content.
Exactly.
Just quickly from Harris, worst Eternals are robots who regularly get their hard drive erased. Wouldn't say regularly. I would say every birth and death of a different civilization.
Bad call.
Yeah, great.
And they're not. I don't know. What a waste of. It's a shame.
Yeah.
And they instead, again, the idea that they took a Jack Kirby creation, which is just all color and life and incredible designs and just like unmistakable Jack Kirby stuff. And post Guardians as well.
Yeah.
So audiences were willing to go color and light and fun and in space
I'm bang
and
up
everything.
for this.
And it's weird. And they went 2001, boring obelisks and everybody's boring and sad.
Some people are fast.
I didn't like that either. All the Eternals are supposed to have all the same powers, but some of them are better than at certain powers than the others.
I don't know what to tell you, man. Some of them don't in the movie.
Okay.
Cameron says...
Why is one guy flight and heat vision and the others are not?
Why is one guy called Icarus?
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
So he can fly into the sun.
Why would they do that?
Why would they do that? Why would they do that?
A lot of people have said this, including Cameron, that Thor: Love and Thunder is definitely the worst adaptation of Jason Aaron's work. Yeah,
100%.
And taking so many concepts and putting them in that movie and not being very good.
Yeah. And again, the idea, I'm sure the idea for a lot of this, and it's the same with Secret Invasion. It's a case of money and stardom, and it's Chris Hemsworth can't be Thor forever, and he's the money spinner. And
I'm the money spinner, mate. That's my Chris Hemsworth.
I'm Spiderhead. He was in the movie Spiderhead.
He was.
Yeah.
Get the flux capacitor or whatever it was.
Exactly.
Flux. What's the medicine?
It was called Darken Flux.
Yeah.
But then they clearly went, well, and there's a bunch of storylines we want to do. We don't have enough time. We don't have enough money. Chris Hemsworth will retire, and then if we bring in another guy, people won't like it as much. So let's a confluence of all this stuff. Let's put it in here. Let's just do it, and it's fine. And we'll knock it out in 2 hours, and it was awful. Worst thing I've ever done, maybe.
Maybe.
Except maybe Secret Invasion.
Oh, my God. That probably still is. We should say Young Washington.
What?
Don't worry about it. All right, let's move it along. What is it?
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
It's time for what we're reading.
Oh, my God.
What are we going to read?
Oh, my God.
Hey, look, here's Steel. Here's the final bloody... That suit looks pretty
real,
good.
Though? Or did they use it, or was that just a concept?
It's on the Arrowverse wiki.
Give him the helmet and that's perfect.
Comic accurate steel suit from Superman and Lois that didn't
I thought it didn't.
make a physical appearance due to budget cuts.
Why? They made it. It's there.
Yeah. Well.
Why? They made it.
Why?
Young Washington.
Here it is. Okay, here's the final shot. It's just the Halo suit, but he's got a cape on.
Has he got the head?
Yeah, he's got the helmet on. It doesn't work.
Proper steel helmet?
No, it's just the...
Just a dome.
I think they should have gone... Again, like, we'll get to what we read and what we're going to read. But what they should have done is they should have just had him no mask, and then it's
No
been like,
mask.
it's got a force field.
Oh.
Or maybe something where people can't recognize him because there's a field or whatever.
I
I don't know who that guy
Give
is.
him the steel mask. Just give him the regular steel mask.
Regular steel mask.
All right, bye. And by
Bye.
bye I mean next segment.
Okay.
I'm doing the thing. What are we reading today? This segment, where we talk about what we've been reading or doing or listening to or whatever.
Whatever, man.
We both read Batman the Mudman.
That's so true, isn't it?
It was cool.
We had a cool time.
It was. We had a
That's
cool
right.
time.
Yeah.
We had a cool time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you do though?
I'll tell you what, James, for my birthday, you were very kind. And you bought
come
me.
on. You don't need to
no,
drag me. Come on, man.
For my 21st birthday, you got me it's called I think it's called a Super Pocket.
Yes.
It's like a little Game Boy sized little device, and depending on which version you get, it comes with like different games.
Put a game in it.
You can put a game in it.
Yeah.
It comes with different games preloaded on it, and you very wisely, I think, got the Neo Geo version.
I knew
so
it
it's like
too.
retro, because there's some virgins.
Did you say virgins?
Well, there are some virgins. Not around here, though.
No way,
Not
man.
us.
Not us. Not
us.
ever.
Not ever.
Not even once.
No, that's right. But James, when you bought it for me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is so nice of you, and then I immediately Google all the other variations, being like, but he got the wrong one. But he bought me the wrong one. And
I
then
thought about it.
Yeah, and then I'm like, no, there's like a Commodore 64 version
Yuck.
or whatever, and it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, it comes with all the various Neo Geo games, and some which I remember from back in the day. There's a Metal Slug and whatever, and there's a bunch of like shooter games and stuff like that I never played that I guess maybe never made it to the Neo Geos around here. That I'm very pleasantly surprised by these.
I love this.
But you can also buy little cartridges to add additional games. And
They're also I got you the handheld one, but you can get they're also interchangeable with the actual system, which you can plug into a TV.
Yeah.
But they take the same cartridges.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of physical media, but I bought the IREM cartridge. IREM were an arcade manufacturer. And their forte, for the most part, was like side-scrolling shooters. So R-Type was their most famous one, which is on the cartridge. But I got it because there was a game that I loved playing when I was a kid called In the Hunt. I don't remember this one, but it was a side-scrolling shooter. But instead of being a spaceship or
You're a submarine.
you're a submarine.
Oh my
God,
I do remember
and
this.
So that's the thing about it is it's the timing is slightly different. Like
Because it's underwater.
Because it's underwater. So there's like the
It
unique,
says Metal Slug graphics.
Yeah. So it's like the unique selling point was that everything was underwater. So it's not slow, but there's like a definite tempo change from a standard. So I've been playing that. The thing is, of course, that it's an arcade game, and so you have to like virtually insert coins. So there's like
Is there a rewind function on it?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I think I think there's save states maybe.
Okay.
But the problem, of course, is that I've had to like impose an artificial limit to like how many, like see how far I can actually get without.
Yes,
because
of course.
if you can virtually insert unlimited credits, then the temptation is just to be like, I'll crash into whatever, I'll
Yeah,
get
who
shot by
cares?
whatever, it doesn't matter, I'll, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, imagine I was a kid in the 90s playing this, I'd put in $1 and I'd get 3 credits
Absolutely.
or whatever. And I'm like, okay, let's see how far I can get. So I've been loving that.
That's cool,
That's
man.
it.
So it's interesting you haven't been playing the games that I got you.
Played
That's
some of those.
interesting. How would I know you like submarine fucking...
Well,
How would I have
no,
known?
but here's the thing. There's no IREM hardware.
No,
like you couldn't buy that.
No,
as
there
the-
wasn't. Yeah. I'm probably going to get the Capcom one because every now and then I'll go down like a rabbit hole of.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about these, and this is not an ad, is that it is physical games, and they're doing a Doom one. They got a Doom one coming up as well.
Yeah.
And that they get the proper licensing.
Yep.
The what's it called? The ROM emulation is like
They run
perfect.
for sure.
They run for sure. Yeah. You
Yeah.
don't have to tweak anything.
Yeah.
And it's all amazing.
What is interesting because you can buy, there's
something that's got a million games on it?
You can buy something that's got a million games on it, but oftentimes it's anything, and I always experienced this, you used to be able to get like 52-in-1 cartridges, grey market cartridges or whatever. The thing about a system that has 1,000 games on it is you never really value, or at least I don't.
Exactly.
I don't value.
Yeah.
You play every game for 2 seconds, and then you're like, well, that's it. What's the next one? And you just burn through them immediately. And I think when you reduce it down to like a half a dozen games or whatever, you're like, I'm going to commit to this. Another cartridge I got is there's a company called the Bitmap Brothers, which was like
it's got a headphone jack, right?
It does have a headphone jack, yeah. So it's got they were like a computer games manufacturer. I think they're from the UK or something that. Back in the day, they had a game called the Chaos Engine, which was like a top-down steampunk 2-player shooter. And so I got the cartridge that had. You probably remember that. It got ported to all the game systems.
It's kind of like Smash TV?
Not really. So, well, that's the thing, because I got the cartridge that had the Chaos Engine 2 on it, which I never played back in the day. I'm like, this is exciting. This is going to be more of this game that I really liked when I was a kid.
This exciting.
But then it turns out that Chaos Engine 2 is like a 2-player split screen capture the flag game.
So can you actually do that?
You can, but also like it's not just a run and gun shooter. It's just this game that I'm playing against the computer, and I don't care about it at all. So like that was a miss. That was a miss, unfortunately.
I didn't buy that one.
No,
so
you didn't. That's
I can't.
true, yeah.
I can't. I
Yeah.
can't accept.
But you didn't dissuade me from it either, did you? You didn't say, "Here's a gift," but by the way, don't buy Bitmap Brothers cartridge 2 or whatever.
Fine, I won't.
Yeah.
Legacy of Kain, they've done that. Oh
yeah.
Yeah, there's so many cool games. A lot of this stuff is also like, I would never do this. But
also, and again, not a sponsor.
All the Duke Nukems?
Not a sponsor. And the reason we're not a sponsor is because obviously sometimes you look at these cartridges and you go, okay, they've obviously split the good ones.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There's like.
But also, I would definitely.
Yeah. There'd be like 2 Capcom cartridges.
Yeah.
And one's got Street Fighter 2 and one's got Marvel vs. Capcom or whatever.
Yeah.
And then just crap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. There's also 3 Atari Lynx versions.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, my God. Was it 3 or 2? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Which, again, I had Atari Lynx, but looking at that, I'm like, I wouldn't buy this.
Yeah.
God.
Mixed bag, but there you go. But yeah.
Well, that's video games.
That is video games, isn't
video
it?
Games are mixed. Anyway, I love the concept of it, and I love the fact that they go to these actual whoever owns the rights to it, because most of these companies don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
And figure it out.
But the Bitmap Brothers got purchased by, and I think a bunch of UK game studios got bought by Rebellion, who own 2000 AD, and so Judge Dredd and Rogue Trooper and etc. You were just talking about Rogue Trooper the other day.
Rogue Trooper, he visited the other day. Remember the other week?
Oh yeah, I do vaguely remember that. Now you mention it.
Damn, that was good to see him, wasn't it?
But you were saying earlier that the Rogue Trooper movie is quite good.
Yeah,
we haven't seen it, but the early reactions are that it's good. So
yeah.
Damn,
I remember when Rogue Trooper was here.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it. He didn't have a lot to say, if I remember correctly.
He had a lot to say.
Was he explaining his lore or something?
Yeah, he was, and he just bought a Jeep as well.
Huh.
You don't remember?
Not really, no.
Duncan Jones is doing it.
Yeah.
So Haley Atwell's in it. Cool. Sean Bean.
I mean, they're not really in it. They're just voices.
Fuck.
It doesn't count. It's just animation.
We had the real Rogue Trooper.
Yeah, that's right. He was here.
Yeah. Evercade, though. Really cool concept.
Yeah.
I wish Nintendo would do more stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to pirate stuff.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Just make shit available that you can buy.
You can buy and you keep it.
And Nintendo, you often can't because you got to rent it off a fucking e-store or whatever, whatever. Or even if you do buy it online, you can lose it. We've talked about.
I mean, it's there is still a lingering part of me that's just like, one day I'll switch this thing on and it'll be like, we deleted all your games. And you're like, this isn't even connected to the internet. How did you do this?
And people make the argument, well, the physical media doesn't actually last forever. Yeah, no, I understand nothing fucking lasts forever.
Yeah.
I understand the impermanence of humanity.
Wow.
But also, it's mine, and if it doesn't work, then that's on me, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, if
I know that when I bought it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I saw a Bluey stage show because it's school holiday.
Okay.
They had big puppets and whatever. It's pretty good.
Okay. Is it men in suits?
No, it's people behind puppeting big puppets and whatever. It was pretty cleverly done.
How big is the venue?
It was at the Comedy Theatre in the city.
Right.
So pretty big. What's that hold? $1 million?
But 1 million people.
Anyway, that was cool. Took my kids to that.
Did you all get a good view with 1 million people there?
Yeah, I was up the front. I was in the front row. But I did watch, because this is on
Yes?
Prime now. I watched this with my kids also, because they hadn't seen it. The Sheep Detectives.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like Babe meets like a small town British mystery meets Knives Out.
Nice.
It didn't do as well as I thought it did at the box office.
And Hugh Jackman's not really in it. He's in it.
He's in a little bit, but
yeah, right.
he's probably in it like
because he is
15
the
minutes.
titular. He's the sheep herder
Yes,
who
that's
has
right.
he's told his sheep. He tells
He reads
them,
the murder
he
mysteries.
reads the murder mysteries every night, and then he dies, and then
Yeah.
they're like,
That's all in the trailer or
Yeah,
whatever.
we can solve this.
Yeah, but they're like, oh fuck, we're sheep.
Yeah.
So like they know that they're, and it's got a great voice cast. And
Also has Nicholas Galitzine.
that's right.
He's him man.
He's him man.
Him man.
And he's blonde in this as well.
Wow.
It's got
What a betrayal.
tall Greg from Succession. It's got Julia Louise Dreyfus as one of the sheeps, and various other sheeps are in it. I really liked it. My
Yeah, I
kids
should
really
get onto
liked
it,
it.
yeah.
It's charming. I like the
Yeah.
kind of the reveal at the end.
It is on at my local cinema still, and it is also on streaming for free. So
Either is fine.
which do I do? The free one.
You got to see Moana.
I don't want
Live
to.
action.
I want to see In the Grey. You know I want to see In the Grey.
In the Grey, I hardly know her.
All right, mate.
Mason,
Yes?
incredible. Really like the Sheep Detectives. Highly recommend for some reason. Not for some reason. It was cool. I liked it.
Okay, good.
It's just a nice, fun thing.
Of the Nicholas Galitzine
Bit of an edge
releases,
to it as well.
You've seen
There's
it in the last few weeks, which is better.
This one, 100%.
Wow.
Bit of an edge to it because there's a bit of like death and like whatever in it. And,
wow.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like Babe's a bit like that. It's like, oh, this is quite
Yeah,
dark.
kids can handle that.
Yeah, kids can handle anything. Not anything. Mason.
Yes?
Should we move to the next segment of the show?
We should. It's called Letters.
I agree.
Letters theme. Here it is.
I agree.
Letters, oh letters, we love you. Some letters, they're only.
Is this a letters segment?
Yeah, of the show.
Here right now, we're gonna do letters.
Hi, it's me, Rogue Trooper. I've come back to introduce the letters segment.
G'day,
Play
Rogue
the
Trooper.
theme, Mason.
I did already. Thanks, Rogue Trooper.
When?
Did you just get here?
I sent you an email. I said, wait till I get here. Play it again.
That's not how the segment works, Rogue Trooper.
What do you mean?
Well, people email in, weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com.
This is boring. Listen, people email the show every day, don't they?
Yeah, I would say so.
And they say it's weeklyplatypod@gmail.com.
They say that, yes.
There's also a Planet Broadcasting
Yes.
Great Mates group,
Yeah.
Facebook thread.
But I've looked through here and you haven't emailed me at all.
I don't think so, Mason. I emailed you personally to your personal email.
I've checked both my email accounts. You didn't
You should
email
double
me.
check it because I'm pretty sure it went through. I'm pretty confident in myself, actually. I'm Rogue Trooper.
Rogue Trooper, you should check your email account right now and see if there's any mail delivery failures.
I
or
won't do
anything.
that. Listen, people say I'm blue, right?
They do say that.
Yeah, but
I mean, they don't say it a lot. I mean, you are blue.
Yeah, but I'm not Dr. Manhattan, am I?
No, you're a different guy.
How different do you reckon my dick is? How different do you reckon it is? Guess.
The same?
Yeah, it's exactly the same. That's amazing you knew that. You're a big fan of me, I can tell.
I mean, that was just
I'm
a guess.
going now.
That was just a guess. Okay. Okay, see you later, Rogue Trooper.
Bye, I'll be back next week.
Don't.
Don't! I'll send you an email.
I don't think you will.
Read the first one first.
Is your phone connected to the internet at all?
What?
The internet. James, he's from the 80s future. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what the internet is. Okay.
I believe him.
That explains a lot.
I believe he sent it. Oh, he's gone.
He's
gone
gone.
for real.
That's-
I believe he sent the email and you made the mistake. If I
Wow.
don't trust Rogue Trooper more than I trust you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I should have said you should send us a real letter, Rogue Trooper. Then it probably would have gone through. But then again, I don't want a letter from Rogue Trooper.
You like him.
I mean, less and less every week, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
He explained the letter segment, didn't he?
I think
I
so,
just had
yeah.
to duck out for a minute.
Yeah.
And it's all above board. Did you play the letters theme?
You got a little bit of blue there on your face there.
No.
Huh, like blue makeup.
No.
That you've hastily removed.
What do you think my dick looks like? It's
Don't-
an unrelated question.
I'm uninterested in that line of questioning.
Because I don't know if you know this, but it's exactly the same as Dr. Manhattan's.
Wow.
Yeah. Did you know that?
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, is this a letter segment of the
I'd
show?
never
Did
know
you-
because you're always wearing those super high cut, like black briefs that go all the way up to your waist.
I can take them off.
Don't do it.
Play the letters theme.
I did.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did Rogue Trooper get you to play it?
No, I'd played it already, and then Rogue Trooper came in.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
all very
I
interesting.
don't know what you're doing, but have you got a letter?
Can't believe I'm being gaslit by James and Rogue Trooper at the same time. God.
What's your letter for
It's
this
like
week?
they're in cahoots.
No.
Here's an email from Stetton.
Stetton.
Hello, boys.
Hi, Stetton.
Long time Big Sandwicher here.
Well, thank you.
I met Bob Odenkirk, hot goss.
Oh, hell yeah.
I work as a bartender and we hosted a fundraiser for the Pinky Swear Foundation, which was founded by Bob's sister for raising funds for childhood cancer.
That's cool.
Bob had a guest appearance and told some stories about his time at SNL as a writer and other things. I wanted to get him to say grab that gem, but seeing as how I was supposed to be working, I decided against it.
That's probably a good idea.
Anyway, the hot gossip is Google lists his height as 5'9", but there is no way he is any taller than 5'4". I bet I could have lifted him
5'4"?
I bet I could have lifted him over my head and put him in a bin. What's the deal with so many people in Hollywood lying about their height? But I'll give him this. I now know what you guys mean when you say someone is Hollywood handsome. Thanks, Stetton.
Damn.
Yeah, some people have got it.
They got it in real life.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Bob Odenkirk is 5'4"?
According to Stetton, which is a fake name for a fake guy.
Man, I wish I was 5 foot tall.
Oh,
5
yeah?
foot 4 tall.
Okay.
Real height. Let me just check. Because you got to get him standing next to somebody else, and then in addition to that, you
gotta
have to find out who that is.
You've got to lure him into a 7-Eleven door frame where they've got the heights on the side there for crime purposes.
How tall is Chuck McGill? What's his name again?
Slippin' Jimmy.
What's his name?
Saul Goodman?
No, Chuck McGill, his brother.
Oh,
he's in Spinal Tap.
yeah. I've forgotten. James, I've forgotten, all right?
Maybe
I'm frazzled. I'm all out of sorts. I was accosted by a rogue trooper.
Michael McKean is 5'11", and they look similar height, but also they're standing next to each other. They could be on a box.
Yeah, and there's an angle. It's the angle as well that you take the photo from.
This shit's crazy. I'm loving all of this.
You'd think as well there's probably like a promotional photo of like Better Call Saul Goodman. He's standing next to one of those police,
yeah,
the mugshot things, and they have but they fake those all the time.
There is.
It's always like 6'1".
I'm literally looking at that, and it says he's 6 foot tall. Like they did that in the show.
Yeah, no, that's not true.
Yeah, great.
That's not true.
Alex says, "How long do you think the current DCEU?
How long do you think how tall do you think he is, and how long do you think he's been that tall?"
Probably Alex Thunder.
Yep, or Bob Odenkirk.
He's probably if he says 5'4",
maybe he shrunk a little.
he could. People shrink. He had a heart attack.
But he made a heart attack. He did all that training for nobody.
They'll
Maybe
shrink it
maybe he
right
shrunk down for nobody.
Yeah.
He did so many crunches, he shrunk down.
Probably so wide from doing muscles.
Yeah.
Alex says, how long do you think the current DCEU, it's called DCU, Alex.
Come on, Alex.
Or DC Studios,
Wow.
Alex.
What are you, a funder of misinformation?
Is that true?
Yeah. What are you working for Peter Thiel?
Are you?
Yeah.
Do you think James Gunn will stay the head of it? What do you most want to see out of the universe? I just want to see good stuff.
So his contract is till 2027.
Apparently something like that.
Yeah.
If he continues to make money,
Yep.
and he plays whatever game that the Thiels want,
yeah.
The Thiels, who is it?
The Ellisons?
That want him to play.
The Paramount.
It's more the money
the
thing.
Paramount
though.
family.
Yeah. Then.
Yeah.
The honest answer is I've no fucking idea.
No. If Man of Tomorrow is a profound hit,
Yeah.
like huge money, I think the answer is which is going to make more money, Man of Tomorrow or the Batman Part 2? And if it's the
interesting.
Batman Part 2, I think conversations will start being had of like, can we get Matt Reeves into some sort of decision-making capacity, blah, 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 or whoever is the big producer on that. You know?
Everyone's looking for the MCU, but like we've said, it's impossible.
They can't do it again.
It can't be replicated. We've seen that time and time again.
Yes.
But this is
But
probably
maybe this time.
Well, this is the best shot at doing something like that. But even
Yes.
then, look how uncertain it is, despite that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I saw a tweet or something, some words on the internet at some point on my phone, and they said James Gunn is doing Phase 4 content in Phase 1. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Again, like, I don't care what characters he brings to the screen. I just want them to be good.
Yeah,
I don't
agreed.
care. Like, the only Supergirl I thought that could have been really cool, and it just wasn't.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because I'm like, oh, that's a B. Like, I know Supergirl's like a B tier character at best.
Yeah.
You know?
It's interesting how like
Phase 4 content in terms of like output or in like terms of character choice?
I think in terms of character choice.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because the output in general has been
Yeah.
positive.
Because it's interesting the degree, because I'm sure everybody has their thoughts and theories on why Supergirl didn't do particularly well.
Yeah.
But like the translation, the mechanism of like the trailers, what's the conversion of the trailers to ticket sales or whatever? Are people like, and again, we can't relate to normal people on the level of this sort of thing because we've seen infinite numbers of these. But like, did people? Is it because people saw the trailers or the bus ads or whatever it was and went, doesn't look appealing to me?
Yeah.
Or is it just a case of like, Supergirl as a character is not a draw for people.
I think it's all of it.
Yeah. And maybe if Supergirl as a character was in a previous movie in a larger sense, and people went, "Oh, I like that character."
Yeah.
I'll see a solo movie with her in it. Maybe that's the problem.
And I think also like a big part of it, among other things, is I don't think it didn't appeal to any women.
Right. Yeah.
Like and kids. Like I didn't take my daughter because she was too young for like what was in. I would have taken her if I enjoyed it enough and I thought it was suitable, but I didn't and it wasn't. So I think that's a factor.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm looking next to a picture of
here we go. He's doing a bit.
Standing next to what's his name, Aaron Paul, and apparently Aaron Paul is 5'8", and he looks shorter than Aaron Paul. But Aaron Paul wouldn't be 5'8", he would be short because that's his Hollywood height.
Oh, Hollywood height. So the guy who says he's 5'11" is shorter than the guy who says is supposed to be 5'8".
No, he says Bob Odenkirk says he's 5'9", but if you look here, they're standing in some kind of Hollywood, and also Aaron Paul is slightly further back.
He is further
and
back.
He's still taller, noticeably taller.
But Bob Odenkirk has a hat on.
He has a hat on. That's hard.
Okay, and he's so Bob Odenkirk supposedly 5'9". Did we say or 5'8"?
In the cinema, in his official Hollywood height, but apparently 5'4".
Okay, I would say him and Aaron Paul are the same height, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Very, very something to think about, isn't it?
Anyway, what else?
Here's an email from Anna.
Anna?
Winter question. Great email to read on the pod.
Well, all right.
Yeah. Hey, boys, we're having an extreme heat wave here in the US. It's 105 Fahrenheit. That's 40 Celsius.
Nah.
Outside, and 87 degrees, 30 degrees in my apartment right now, which is illegal in my state.
Oh, my God.
Got my feet in a cold tub of water, and I keep rotating ice packs from the freezer. I know it's winter in Australia right now, and I'd love to hear about how cold it is there to remind me that the agony will end someday. Do you guys have any favourite winter activities, ways to keep warm, or things you do to keep cool in the summer? Please help. Much love and thanks for the pod. Jealous that you guys have cold right now. Then it says Charlie. I don't know if this is from Anna or Charlie.
You love the cold, don't you?
I love the cold. It's my favourite.
You hate the heat.
I love a clear day with no rain and it's really cold.
Yeah.
So, and we haven't even hit really cold yet.
Not
We're
yet.
still in double digits.
I was away last week and it was real cold down there.
The thing about Melbourne I don't like is there's rare days that I can actually wear my thickest and downiest of coats.
Robert Downiest of coats.
Exactly, right? It's because like I also run hot.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love a good piece of outerwear and I run hot. So like on a 12-degree day, I can just wear this and be like, this is fine actually.
Cool, I'm running hot.
Exactly. So
and you're looking good.
So thank you. So the combination of days where it's cold enough for me to wear like a big duffel coat and a big sweater or whatever, quite rare, which is a shame. I should move to somewhere colder.
Like where?
Finland?
You don't want to go to Finland.
I don't want to go to Finland.
I don't want to record remotely.
Yeah,
or also move to Finland with you.
Yeah, and I get involved in some sort of sad cold murder drama, you know.
No, you would too, immediately.
Yeah, constantly.
Yeah.
Immediately and constantly. It's quite cold here and it's wet as well.
Yeah.
Which is what I don't like. I don't like it when it's cold
the
and
wet's
rainy.
worse.
Yeah.
How do you keep what do you do in the heat? What was the heat? Wasn't there a heat question in there?
No, there is. Do you guys have any favourite winter activities or ways to keep warm? In Melbourne, it's layers.
Yeah, it's
because
layers.
it's the weather changes all the time. You don't like the weather, you wait 5 minutes.
For the first time ever in my entire life, this house has central heating.
Yeah.
It's fucking incredible. It's so good.
Yeah.
And I've just realised I've just been cold my entire life.
Yeah, right.
And it's so good.
Emotionally.
Yes, still to this day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, central heating won't fix that, Mason. Let me
tell
tell you.
You should learn to be open emotionally, like our friend Rogue Trooper.
I don't think I want to do that, but I do like Rogue Trooper. And what did you say? We've got similar dicks. Is that right?
I've never said anything of the sort, but you keep trying to imply it.
Nobody said that.
Well,
except you.
Interesting.
This is from Jonathan.
What's your favourite winter activity? Oh, there's something come on tonight called the Firelight Festival. It's a long way away, but I'm making the trip because I know there's a s'mores truck there.
Oh hell
I'm
yeah!
gonna get some s'mores.
You can make s'mores at home.
Yeah, but it's
in your microwave.
I'm not going to microwave a s'more.
Not yet.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. I like. Just, you go to like a cozy pub.
Yes.
I love something like that.
A mulled wine. I had a mulled wine the other day. Knocked me for a bloody loop. I tell you that much.
I love a Guinness.
Oh.
And it's like, I mean, it's
my
a cold
goodness, my
drink.
Guinness.
Yeah, but like, it's not a summer in there. I will drink a Guinness in the summer, but a Guinness in the winter in a warm bar. Love it. Jonathan Gomez says, it feels like every Christopher Nolan movie builds up more hype than the last, to the
Christopher
point where it feels like he's painted himself into a corner of big movie. A big budget. Big movie. What directors do you think would benefit from the occasional restrictive budget? I think more directors should put that upon themselves and be like,
A challenge.
I'm going to do a 20 million one.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a 30 million
I've said this
one.
before about Tarantino and Rodriguez when they did the Grindhouse movies. They should have just done them for no money.
Yeah.
But they attempted to do like a low budget looking movie with a lot of money and a lot of visual effects. And I think if they'd just gone, how much does The Asylum, how much money do they spend making a terrible B movie now that's direct to DVD or direct to streaming? Oh, it's $1 million. Let's do that and see what we can do.
You also know that they would have got people who have just been like, I'll do it for
I'll do it
cheap
for
or
free,
whatever because I
exactly,
want to work for Tarantino.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know. I think maybe...
You can't accidentally make a B movie.
No,
really
that's true
like
also,
that,
yeah.
you know?
I think we should...
Not accidentally, on purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Also, if people love the Bad Movie Bible, the YouTube channel,
Nah.
he did a video recently on all the Bruce Lee ripoffs that happened
Oh, okay.
around about as he
Around
rose to
his
fame
death?
and then around his death
Yeah,
kind
of
of thing.
course.
Yeah, it's a very good video.
Okay,
and it's
cool.
part one, and it's like more than an hour, so it's good stuff.
2 parts, you're telling me?
Maybe 2 parts, maybe even more than 2
my
parts.
goodness.
I think Nolan should do a lower budget movie after this one. Like
Yeah.
how much further can he go?
How much lower can
Especially
he
we
go?
don't know how much money this is going to make. I think he might have to if this doesn't do Oppenheimer money, which it probably won't. What do you think?
I don't know. It's hard to say. There's a lot of discourse around it, but I think all of it is wrong.
But like Oppenheimer did so well, I think, because of the cultural pairing with Barbie. And
Yeah.
people wouldn't be funny. Like all the people who wouldn't have normally seen an Oppenheimer but would have seen a Barbie
True,
and vice
true.
versa wouldn't it be funny if we saw both?
Yeah.
And that kind of, but there isn't that now.
I wonder if people are like, because it's different than anything else that is coming out at the moment, and it is kind of, they're event movies. It'll kind of, and if it's good,
Yep.
then it will kind of just stick around for a bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I also, he is quite savvy in the sense that I'm sure he has negotiated. This is
For
not going to
sure.
go to streaming after 3 weeks or whatever.
And I think he's also very intentional with his casting and people he chooses that are good.
Yep.
Like in the public eye,
Yes.
and will do. I know he's like offline and whatever, but it's Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson and Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
And I know he's worked with a lot of those people before,
Yeah.
but that's a pretty like savvy cast.
100% Zendaya's in
To
there
like
as well.
to Zendaya to like send out into the
That's
world.
also interesting because I don't know if this is by design or not, but Zendaya, of course, and Tom Holland are doing
Yeah.
Spider-Man press right now.
Yeah, and then that's 2 weeks after.
Yeah, and
so-
they're gonna, and they're like, oh yeah, you're the question will come up.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're also in the Odyssey as well, kind of thing. So, yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
Cool.
man.
Done another question or
maybe, but I don't know. Did I have another thought? Who
big
knows?
movie directors restricted budget?
Yeah, who should it be? Who would benefit from
What
a-
would Spielberg do with like a Jaws style equivalent budget now? I'd like to see something like that.
Yeah, I think they could all. Everybody would benefit. I think, from
Everybody
this,
would benefit from just shutting
cheapie.
up for a minute.
Yeah,
all right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Just to go, okay, what do I need? I need a good script and I need some good ideas and I need to pre-plan this in advance.
Nah.
No.
Unlimited
Low budget Star Wars. That's what I want. Low budget Star
Oh
Wars.
my God.
Whatever the equivalent price of original Star Wars was now, which is still, I'm sure, a lot of
Yeah.
money, but like do that. Make a Star Wars with that.
I also wonder if like, because studios that they work with or production companies that do special effects, like they would end up getting screwed.
I love special effects.
Me too.
Yeah, okay,
Or
right,
they'd be
yeah.
like, well, probably less now, but I know for like Return of the Jedi because they used a working title. I don't know if you know this.
Oh, interesting.
So that people wouldn't charge Star Wars equivalent.
Right, like a
But I think
wedding
whereas-
prices.
Yeah, but now it's like it's the opposite of that because special effects studios will like underbid to get. I don't know.
Yeah.
Go on, Mason.
This is an email from Nevin.
Nevin,
He says, "Hey, gents, been a big fan of the show for over a year now.
don't believe you.
While my wife and I do love watching a good movie, I've noticed over the last year we've transitioned away from watching episodic series and watch more reality TV or old sitcoms after a long workday. It feels easier to digest and doesn't feel as much of a commitment as seeing
True.
if we want to enter a new story, a new 8 to 10 hour story that we can sometimes tell we won't be interested in after the first episode. The show really has to pique our interest to commit to. My question is, do you ever have this issue when committing to TV shows to discuss in segments of the show or just enjoy in your personal lives? What else do you watch to take a break from it?
God,
I haven't watched the new season of The Bear.
No, me neither.
The new and final season of The Bear, which I think is season 5. I watched
I got to watch that short
stray
thing
episode that happened a few weeks ago, but I haven't got to it. Apparently it
took
takes
me ages to watch 4 as well.
Apparently it takes place over a single day, I think, unless I'm misreading that. But part of me is just like, that sounds like it's a whole long day.
It sounds stressful.
Sounds like I'm going to be at an hour shift at The Bear, which is just Carmi screaming at everybody. Going, we gotta make the pasta. Yeah, we know.
And there's a bear in here.
We know, Carmi. We know the two things. This is
furi-
our job. Why are you so
furiously smoking, or I don't smoke?
Carmi, why did you get into this business if you're so stressed about making food?
Because I want to die young.
Oh, you can.
All right, see you later.
Okay. I'm gonna die in this fridge.
Good luck with the bear.
Yeah.
Which is in the kitchen. It's a real
kitchen.
bear.
Yeah, that's right.
I wonder if they get the bear out of the kitchen.
And they'll be free, won't it? Yeah.
I don't think the restaurant will be as good. I think that bear and the pressure of having a bear in the kitchen.
Pressure, yeah, it's a real pressure cooker, isn't it?
Because they're like, what if it runs out and eats one of the patrons? What if it eats Joel McHale?
Exactly.
He'll give us a bad review.
That's right.
Who gives a bad review?
Well, he wasn't a reviewer.
No, I know. That's the worst part.
Yeah, that would be a bad part, wouldn't it? What if the bear knocks over the pressure cooker? That would be a double pressure cooker
Oh my
situation.
God. That would be.
Yeah.
Christopher says.
Oh, wait, this is do you have this issue on committing to TV shows?
Oh,
yes.
yeah, definitely.
What do you watch when you're not trying to watch a... Again, I
usually just don't.
Yeah, I watch YouTube videos
I
watch YouTube videos about old video games mostly, and like...
I'll read something.
Yeah.
Which I know is yuck, but...
My YouTube algorithm is like... Because I like looking at an unboxing, usually like a watch unboxing or whatever. So at some point my algorithm tipped over and it's like, you want to watch a handgun unboxing? I'm like, kind of.
Yeah,
they are. Actually.
I've never seen a handgun unboxing.
Yeah.
I assume they just came loose.
Yeah, that's right. They often come in a nice little range bag.
Just loose in the mail. Someone just pushes a fucking...
It's got a stamp. It's got a stamp on it. And sometimes they've turned the cylinder around so the stamp is in it.
Oh,
so,
no.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I think it's interesting because it's like it is like watches. You don't I don't need a watch, but I've got a million.
It's like you don't need a gun, but you
I
got
don't.
a million.
Yeah, I got a million guns exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, like it's sort of like an interesting industrial object to look at.
Well, I've been watching endless Jackass interviews.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah.
Which isn't actually true.
Yeah.
But that's what YouTube thinks I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they should they do Hot Ones versus.
Yeah.
They keep calling them the Wings of Death, and I don't like it. You know why? Because no one's actually died.
Wow, they should kill somebody.
That's what I'm saying. Finally, they kill someone, and then it's earned the title. Kill Sean Evans. I think he should fall on his sword, and by that I mean chicken wing.
Kill him with the chicken wing.
Yeah, kill him with the chicken wing.
Sharpened chicken wing.
Yeah.
I rarely watch those. I don't think they're as interesting.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also they can push out additional content by doing something else.
Because it's also the thing about it's always like rank all your co-stars from the biggest dumbass to an even bigger dumbass or whatever, and they're like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat a chicken wing. Like it's quite a rare person on that show who's like, okay, I'll give you a list of all the people I hate.
I'd rather eat a chicken wing.
I'd rather eat a chicken wing.
Look, they struck gold.
And then you buy the T-shirt that says, I'd rather watch a chicken.
I'd rather goes around the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
they struck gold with Hot Ones as an interview format, and they're looking for other chicken wing related things. But with that, you could do anything. It doesn't have to be answer this question or don't answer a question.
That's true.
Which you won't answer.
It could be contemplate a question and never say anything.
Wow, that's interesting too.
Yeah.
Christopher says, Sony have announced it's moving away from physical games. Yes, Christopher.
We know. We
Christopher.
mentioned it. We're not listening.
If you could own one game console and its entire physical game library, which would you choose? I hit my microphone with my fist.
Wow.
Sorry, go on.
I
would have to say the PS2.
Okay.
Because I love that era. But I should probably pick PS4.
Yeah.
Or 3.
Yeah. Super Nintendo.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it'd be worth a bunch.
Yeah. I can sell it
And
immediately.
you go into all the cartridges.
That's right. Yeah.
This isn't working.
That's right. Because I think that
I want to play Star Fox.
Yeah. That was
We
probably...
call it Star Wing in Australia.
Probably because that was the era, like, games were plentiful, but you couldn't afford everything.
Yeah,
so
true.
to just be like, there's so many that I never got around to. The Wayne's World. I think I played the Wayne's World game.
He thinks he did.
I think I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever play the Road Tripper game?
No.
Oh, no. No, sorry. It was a different guy.
Yeah. I looked as well, as if he was actually going to come through the door. Theatre of the mind. Incredible theatre of the mind. I mean, if you'd hired a guy to show up shirtless, covered in blue paint, that would have blown my mind. Maybe one of our friends.
How good do you think that bit would be?
Yes.
Like after the initial, like that's not.
And he's just standing there.
Yeah.
And it's quite cold outside.
It's
and he's
quite
shirtless.
cold and like this is not a
He's
visual.
wearing army pants and like a.
Yeah, it's not a visual format.
Yeah.
So you have to explain it. People are like, wait, did that really happen? Yes.
Yeah, it did. It just happened. We're playing it down, but it actually
It happened.
That's happened.
And I want to be clear, I didn't hire him. It's just a coincidence.
Yeah, it's your friend Barry.
That's my friend Barry.
We put him in Blueface.
Yep, and he likes that.
Yeah.
That's the show?
That is the absolute
Thank
show.
God. I got to check on those chips I put in the oven.
Check on those chips, folks. First of all, check on your chips. Hashtag check on your chips.
I literally do.
No, I'm talking to the listeners.
No, I'm telling you that.
Okay, terrific.
Because they're
Good
going to
advice.
burn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Folks, thank you so much for listening. We absolutely appreciate it. Thank you for telling your friends because that is how we get new listeners.
Yep.
Tell them to check on the chips also. And thank you for leaving a 5-star review on your podcast app of choice. If you do so, James will find it. He'll read it out right now.
This is from Bread.
He's no coward.
No, I'm not. He says the best. Oh, Bread.
This is from Bread.
I don't know whose Bread is.
Probably bread.
The best thing for all things The Rookie, they've been toying around with this idea of changing the name of the podcast to The Bullpen in honor of John Nolan and his daring deeds as he takes on the challenge of being a rookie in the LAPD in his 40s. Excellent. A must listen.
I saw some paparazzi photos of
John Nolan,
Nathan Fillion. And for a moment, I'm like, why the paparazzi taking photos of Nathan Fillion? And I'm like, oh, yeah, because he's in one of the biggest.
Forgot he was famous.
He's one of the biggest TV shows in the world, yeah.
He's the rookie.
He is the rookie.
He's not a rookie anymore, though.
No,
He's moved up the ranks.
Oh, yeah.
And this is from Hey Armour Joe from the USA, who says, just good old fun. Love the blockbuster movie breakdowns.
So true, isn't it?
That's good because we're great at them, just like next week when we do Moana, an Evil Dead set in the 70s.
And in the grey. Folks, if you want to get into contact with us, you go to weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com.
I'd do it.
Yeah. Or you can email Rogue Trooper, I guess, and he'll get to us.
But we don't know what kind of email he's working with.
Yeah, maybe send a letter to Rogue Trooper.
That's right.
Or you can go to the Planet Broadcasting Great Mates Facebook group or the Weekly Planet Podcast subreddit and Discord for fun civil chats about podcasts and pop culture. Thank you to Sarabi, Maisie, Fidel. They moderate those forums. They make videos for the Weekly Planet Clips channel, for the Weekly Planet TikTok, for our various bonus podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, if you want to support the show, you go to bigsandwich.co, patreon.com/Mr. Sunday Movies, or YouTube/Mr. Sunday Movies.
Hell yeah.
Is. And you can support us in various ways and get various amounts of free content, including bonus podcasts, early videos, video game let's plays.
Collins just sent me a Tom Collins GIF.
Very good.
I wrote very good.
Very good. Speaking of Tom Collins and
Yeah.
Rob Collins, if you want to follow some people on the socials, follow our friend Rob Collins. He's at Rob Collins on Twitter. He's at The Weekly Planet on Twitter. He keeps you up to date on all things The Weekly Planet. You can follow me on Twitter, Wikipedia Brand, Instagram. I'm Nick Maso. James is Mr. Sunday Movies everywhere. If you so you supported the show, well, you've already done that. It's fine. Ibbity-dibbity-dibbity. Thank you to The Brute and the Basilisk and Rackham for all our musical themes. If you want to buy a t-shirt, you go to tpublic.com/something.
Yeah.
tpublic.com, search for The Weekly Planet or Weekly Planet posters. You get a t-shirt.
Weekly Planet Posters gave me a good because he's doing emulation. He's like, this is what I've been doing if you need help with this.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Very good.
Which
He's
is cool.
multi-talented.
I agree.
I agree also.
He does that dumb thing
Yes.
that he does for this show.
Yes.
And other things, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Terrific.
Next week.
Moana.
I don't know, man.
And Evil
Dead Burn.
For me, it will be.
All right,
and
fine,
Evil
good.
Dead in the 70s.
Take your kids to Evil Dead Burn.
If I took my kids to that, they would never be the same.
I know.
In a good way.
In a good way. That's what I'm saying. Toughen them up. Toughen them up.
Toughen them up.
Toughen them up.
Toughen them up. Toughen them up.
Grab that, Jamie, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Check in your ships.
I agree.
And your kids.
Agreed.
Ah.